What's up, everybody? Welcome. Hi. My name is Sclimbo from Sock's VTubing agency, certified self-improvement VTuber. Happy Thursday, everyone. Happy Thursday. What's going on? It's been 1 week. It's been. Yeah, it's not Asia. In fact, I'm pretty sure a lot of people here in chat can figure out literally exactly what city we're in. It's fairly iconic. Look, if I duck, it's like right up. Look. Look, it's right there. It's right there. Oh yeah, this is Vegas. Yeah, this is Las Vegas. This is Birmingham. This is all of those places and more. Hi everyone. What's going on? We have so much to do today. We have so many things to do and talk about, and so many tangents to go on. Oh, I'm excited. Today's gonna be fun. We're gonna have fun today. It's gonna be a silly one. It's gonna be a silly one for sure. So yeah, I guess it's not Australasia. Maybe not. Totally Japan. Yeah, it looks like Japan. Yeah, it's Japan. No, we got a lot to do today. Everybody. Not only do we have our normal fitness and just chatting, but one of the questions that we've gotten ahead of time on the marshmallow sent me down a really interesting rabbit hole. I was actually very excited to get to go down that hole, and I discovered some interesting stuff there. So we are going to be having a little bit of a deep dive on fiber today when we talk about nutrition later on. But not only that, we also have some things to talk about for Off-Kai. We have a new plugin I'm going to be testing out that you'll see on screen here in just a moment. That's very cool, very exciting. And obviously, we need to look over the UFO files. Because we didn't get a chance yet to look over UFO files number 4. So we're going to do that as well, and probably our normal geography game. So it's going to be a lot. Have you figured out that marshmallows are healthy in a way? Hey, listen, I mean, if it fits your macros, if I remember correct, I think like marshmallows actually aren't that high calorie. Like they're actually pretty, like, it's all sugar is what it is, right? But sugar alone isn't that bad, right? It's because of the concentration of it where things get bad. But if you have just a little bit, I forget though. I forget. Anyway, let's welcome everybody in and tell you where we're at and all that stuff. Thank you for the subbies. We have a hype train going on. Level 2, by the way, off the resubs. Thank you so much, everybody. Hey, Dark Silver, welcome. All right, let's welcome everybody in from the top. Beginning of stream, all that good stuff. Let's see here. From the top, welcome in Emilia, Ayoto, Orpheus. Let's see, Frost, Stay Bright, Feral, Double A, Tyler, Tufo, Pinky, Bogo, Dragon, Orcus, thank you for the Prime resub. Remember, everybody, Amazon Prime resubs are free. If you have Amazon Prime, you get 1 free resub per month. And you could use that on me, maybe. Stay Bright, thank you for the resub with Prime. Ray Flemo, welcome in. Little Crow, thank you for the resub. Skeletor, and Skeletor, thank you. And Bogo, thank you for the resub. Thank you so much for continuing the tier 1. Appreciate that. Let's see here. Welcome in A12, Fleffel, 115 streak on Double A. Woozer, welcome in. Tyler with the 140. Mint with the 95, about to hit a hundo. EC Fireworks, welcome in. Darkness, welcome in. Darkness, Penpro, thank you for the resub. Shadow Bendith, Poopador, welcome. Dunton, welcome. Matthew, welcome. Suzuna, welcome. Zeplander, welcome. J-Ray, welcome. Hades, welcome. Little Girl, welcome. Dunton, 140. Dark Silver, welcome. Valaire, welcome. Varn, welcome. Bind, welcome. Okay, that's everybody. Big crowd. All right, now for where we are today, everybody. Welcome to Athens, Greece. A place I have been myself. Very cool. Welcome to Athens. So we are, in fact, in Europe. So we're going to give out Europe today. Europe points. Syrup points. Alrighty, cool. And as at the beginning of every Thursday stream, Mint, if you could do me a favor, or any of the mods, I should probably stop singling out Mint in case Mint's not here sometimes. Could you please pin the marshmallow for everybody? Remember, if you have fitness or nutrition questions, today is the day, so feel free to follow the link that will be pinned right there in chat, and you can ask questions anonymously, or you can ask them in chat if you don't care about being anonymous. That's also a thing. But we usually talk for a little bit until we get to them. And again, we have some fun stuff today. Ayoto said it was his question. Yeah, we went on a bit of a rabbit hole. I've discovered some interesting things. But we should also talk about fiber as a whole, because fiber is a hot new topic, and let's get ahead of the curve and give everyone the lowdown on everything about it, because we do talk about it a lot here, but we should talk about it a little more in depth, and so people really understand what's going on with fiber and why you should have it and why most people do not get any or enough. Monkey, welcome in. But first things first, everybody. Hi. I hope you had a good day yesterday, good day off. You've been waiting for your appointment at the hospital for 1 hour. Well, hope everything's okay, Duntham. Is it like a normal appointment, hopefully? What's the deal with fiber? Right? You hungry? Well, oh, I'm sorry. Well, hey, speaking of fiber, a great way to stay feeling full is some fiber because it slows down your digestion. Hey, we'll talk about that later though. Bengus, welcome in. But yeah, how'd everyone, what did y'all get up to yesterday? I had my little day off, got all my chores done. You know, I didn't jump on Pal World. I like wanted to, but I just kept playing Emerald Rogue. It was like, it couldn't, I was in this cycle. I was stuck in like a karmic cycle of Emerald Rogue where I was watching Nuzlocke videos on the side, right? Like I was watching them on the side while I was playing, but what ended up like continually happened for like 6 hours was I'd load up a video and then I'd load up a run, but then either the run would finish before the video or the video would finish before the run. So if the run finished before the video, I'd have to be like, well, I got to do another run because the video's still going. And then when the video finished before the run, I was like, well, I need another video. And they were always disjointed. So I kept going for like 6 hours. The whole time I was like, I should play Pal World. I should jump on Pal World. Everyone's getting progress on Pal World. But I didn't. But I did beat Kanto style this morning. So I did manage to beat all Kanto run this morning. Pretty good. No complaints there. Greetings, Beauregard, Sclim. Hey, Hamlet, what's going on? And Jack, welcome in as well. I did get hit by the endless loop. No, I don't have the Olive Garden page open. No, I don't. But it is optimal. Malinor, welcome in. It is optimal. For anyone who didn't see, Olive Garden's putting out a deal that's like the unlimited pasta deal. And I think it's 13 weeks. And you can visit as many times as you want. And it's $100 for free pasta. I don't know if that means free entrees that also include protein, or if it just means free pasta. But either way, that's optimal. If you go every day, that's optimal. Right? That's $100 for 13 weeks. That's a whole fourth of the year. You could get all of your food for a total of $400. I think I spend like $4,000 on food for a year. It ain't free. You got to pay $100. No, but it's super optimal though. It's super optimal though. Just put up a donut for the Sclim funds. Actually, I was thinking about what I want to do. I had the thought in the shower today. I want to put up on Throne because right now I have stuff on Throne right now, like clothes and shoes, right? And my usual like energy drinks and stuff. I want to put up like a fund on Throne that forces me to actually spend money on myself. Thanks for the hydrate, Duntum. Because like my budget's very tight, right? I run a very tight ship and I don't really use spending money outside of getting snacks. So I want to put like a fund up that's like, this fund will make me spend it on something for me, right? And I'll give like a full detailed report on what I spent it on every month. That could be fun. That could be fun. Hey, Tux, what's going on? Let me drink. You got exotic jerky? What'd you get? Exotic jerky? Yo, what's up, big Sclim? Oh, you know. Just holding it down. One of the mods, do you mind getting the marshmallow link pinned in chat? It doesn't look like it is. Thank you for the bits, 812. It doesn't look like it is. But I just want to, I could be not seeing it. Could be broken again. $100 for unlimited pasta for a month. Yeah, I just like, I don't know the, you know what? We should actually look at this. We should see what the caveats are. Olive Garden pasta pass. Because I don't know what this actually gets you, right? Like, is this just wet noodles or is this like a good pasta? Let's read this. Okay. I have this up for later. We'll read this. Actually, we should probably just do it right now. We're talking about the topic. Wait, unlimited toppings? Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait. Wait. There's no way. Wait. Hold on. I'm going over. We're looking at this. Let's go to, hey Mog, thank you for the resub. 12 months at tier 1. You're slimming out. I'm slimming out. Congrats on your new model, Mog. Everybody go kiss Mog. Go give love to Mog, who just debuted a new model and it's really cool. I love the long hair variant. I think that's sick, Mog. Really good idea there. Okay, check this out. Okay, let's look at this. Oh, you had to deal with a creepy dude? Damn, let me consume him in like a cannibalistic way. Like, send him my way. I'll eat him live. Like, limb from limb. Sorry you have to deal with that, man. Unlimited toppings you can switch up on each bowl. Okay, hold on. This might be optimal. Pasta pass. Okay, let's read it. What you'll get. Your very own pasta pass for unlimited dine-in visits starting August 24th for 13 weeks of never-ending pasta bowl. Hey, Atu, what's up? Never-ending first course of super salad and breadsticks. Unlimited plates of your favorite never-ending possible creations. Unlimited toppings. A passport to stamp as you work your way through every never-ending possible. Oh my god. Oh, you never get these, though. These are resold. Be ready for the sale at 2 p.m. They're limited, right? Hey, Frenzy. To secure your pass, never-ending pasta pass website. For a chance to be one of the lucky ones. Yeah, only 10,000 are available. You will never get this. You will never get this. Got questions? There's like, I mean, like, there's a couple Olive Gardens in Rhode Island. There are. Oh, boy. Yeah, never-ending pasta pass. Oh, wait, can I change my name? No, you can't share it. No, you can't share it. No, you can't do it to go. It has to be dine-in. What's not included? Gratuity is not included, but I always appreciate it. So you do have to leave tip every time. Yeah, you do have to leave tip every time. I bet they let you take it to go, though. I bet if you, like, eat half of it, and then you're like, oh, my stomach, oh, my tummy, can I get some to go in the to-go box? I bet they let you. I bet they let you. Shit, I might go for this. That's insane. Think about this. If you get this, your food for an entire 3 months is taken care of. It opens at 2 p.m. Wait, today? Oh my god, that's during stream. I didn't know that. Okay, we have to go for this. We have to go for this. We absolutely have to go. Yeah, everyone in chat has to try. Everyone has to go for it. Everyone enter the queue together. We'll do it together. We'll do it together. I have to put in my information though, so obviously not on stream, but remind me around like 1:45 and we'll load up. Yeah, pasta cam stream. This is insane because like, all right, you also get unlimited soup and breadsticks. You could just eat all your calories for the day in this one meal. You could OMAD this, right? Get some breadsticks, get a soup or salad. Salad too. So you can meet some veggie goals, right? So you get the salad, you get breadsticks, and then you get like a protein pasta bowl. This solves all your problems. What are we doing together? Hey, I follow brats. What's up? We're gonna queue up for the Olive Garden unlimited pasta pass at 2 p.m. That's the plan. Sclimbo as a gym owner, is this a good idea? Yes. This is insane. I thought this was gonna be like, oh yeah, you get like a little tiny plate of pasta with some Alfredo sauce on it. I didn't think it was unlimited toppings and you can get whatever toppings you want, and that includes protein. And I didn't know it also included breadsticks and super salad. Oh, you could just eat there. You could just go once a day. You could just go every single day and bada boom, bada bing, right? They are actually giving you what they promised. I can't believe it. Yeah, we need to go for this. We need to go for this. I like the problem. Yeah, you do have to go every day in person, though. It's only in person. But yeah, if you go every single day, this feels too good to be true. This is a recession indicator, as Flork said. It's for sure a recession indicator. I see this as an absolute win as well. Yeah, I don't see a downside here. I mean, like, yeah, no, you have to go in person, but like, imagine if you lived directly next to an Olive Garden. Oh yeah, I'm trying for it. I didn't realize there was this good of a deal. Oh yeah, we're going for this. We're going for this. I don't even think I can take full advantage of this, but at the very least, I could do like, I don't know, a couple a week, maybe a few a week. Yeah, it's $100. Yeah, we got to go for this. This is incredible. This is incredible. This is like actual food, live food reduction of price right now. Remember, this could be, if you eat one meal a day and you go crazy and you get all your calories here, this could reduce your, like, this could reduce your food expenditures by an absurd amount. Because per week, what's the per week on this? All right, let's do some math real quick. Imagine, you do have to think about gratuity, but let's say no gratuity. I would pay gratuity, but let's say you are starving, right? You're surviving. You're 2 miles away from one. That's close enough to walk. That actually, if you walk there, Penpro, that's like exercise and free food. You need that, Penpro. That is your steps and food. That is solved. That is solved. Yeah, 100 plus tip with every visit. Well, yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be $100. It'd be like this. It'd be like this. Ready? It'd be like this. Okay. So 13 weeks. It's 13 weeks. That's 13 times 7. That's 91 days. Okay. Holy shit. Hey, Willaga, welcome in. That is 91 days, right? Divided by $100. It's less than $1 a day, which means you're eating a week's worth of food for $7 and getting your protein. That is, for reference, my hyper like budget. Getting my protein and fiber and everything like that is about $55 to $60 a week. So that is okay. That is and that is 1/10 of my current food expenditures. So my food expenses would decrease by 90% if I did this every day and got all my food here. Oh my god. Yep, wake up, gym, Olive Garden, repeat. You gotta. No, it looks like you can get different stuff and different toppings and all that. Yeah, probably entered then yeah, you just tip whatever. I mean, they're still getting the tip, right? So it doesn't depend on your entree price. You just give them like, I don't know, a couple bucks every time. Like $5 or something like that. You know? But yeah, you could kill this. This is a banger. Yeah, we load up for this. This is what we'll do at 2 p.m. Around 1:45, just remind me. And we'll make that happen. But as for now, we do have the marshmallow pin now. So if you want to ask any fitness questions, feel free to link right there. Yeah, I mean, like, but if you think about it, right? I don't get tired of eating the same foods over again. I've been eating the same, like, I've been eating Brickin' for like 1.5 years straight every single day. So I'm chilling. This is great for me. I see this as all wins. I see this as huge wins. Oh, wow. I don't want to spoil you yet on the questions. We got a few other things to do here. Okay, everybody. I want to show off a new plugin that I'm testing out here. Hey, Bigum, what's going on? You kind of got to be not tired of eating the same stuff if you do meal prep regularly. Yeah, kind of. Unless you get so many different, like, ingredients, you can make super new stuff every time. You're saying you weren't even doing the Brickin' thing before escaping the facility? No, I was. I came up with Brickin' about, I want to say, like, when I made the post about Brickin' in pre-debut, I think I came up with Brickin' about 3 months before that. 2 or 3 months before that. So yeah, maybe it's actually only been a year. I mean, I've been eating a pound of chicken every day for my, like, almost entire, like, half my life. Like, when I first started the pound of chicken in some form every day, probably was around 2014. So it's been about 12 years. I've been doing that for about 12 years. Just in various forms, right? Sometimes it'd be in multiple different meals, multiple types of chickens, but it's usually been a pound of chicken. He's so chicken. Oh, I'm so chicken. Hey, Grin. What's going on? And Mario, welcome in. Me to Brickin', I don't want to play with you anymore. Wait. What if... Hold on. I follow Bratz. Another genius move. Now, obviously, we could get all of our protein from there. I don't know if they're going to limit me. If I'm eating a pound of chicken every day, they might get mad. What if I bring Brickin'? What if I make Brickin' ahead of time and then bring it with me? I'd see if I could get away with it first, though. Was it like a college food hack thing? No, it's just like... It was in all my meal plans. I liked chicken. I never got tired of it. Even before I was doing 1 pound of chicken a day, back when I was in Sclim high school, I would eat 4 chicken sandwiches a day for lunch. I was a monster. Like, but my lunch at school was, in high school, was I would have 2 buffalo chicken sandwiches and 2 regular breaded chicken sandwiches every single lunch. And I did that for 2 years. I like chicken, you guys. I really do. Yeah, Jojo walk in with Brickin' like... Doo, doo, doo. All right, so hey, let me show you something cool. I want to show you something cool. Okay, everybody, hold on. Let me get this set up. I'm gonna say hi to you guys. Okay, I'm gonna say hi to you guys. Hold on. Hey, draw your attention to the screen, please. Hi, chat. Now you see my beautiful handwriting. Hi, chat. What's going on? I now have the ability to draw directly on OBS. we can do, look at this. We can do, wait. We can do diagrams. We can, hold on. Wait, this is important. Hold on. I need to, like, I don't have, like, the background, so I have to, like, map this to... That's me. This right here, that's Sclim. Just in case you didn't realize. Hold on, let me label it. That's Sclim right there. That's me right there. Doodle mode activated. You just picked the worst color you could. All right, listen. Anything below the neck is not Sclim. No, that is also Sclim. Hold on. Also Sclim. Can I do text here? No, I have to write it out. Okay. Also, Sclim. Yep. There we go. There we go. Sclim spotted. He truly is evolving. Yeah, I can grow more hair. Belly's also Sclim. Yep. These are both Sclim. These are both Sclim. These are both Sclim. But yeah, we have the ability to do this now, which is actually going to be really cool for pointing things out on stream. And it's super easy for me to do. So I can like pull this up at any point. It's really sick. It's really sick. Actually, let me check if I got a response yet, because this was like sent to me and I asked who made it and I didn't get that info yet. I tried looking on the website, but it's called Maidsuit. Maidsuit Canvas, I believe is what it's called. And I got the website, but I didn't see which VTuber made it. So I'm waiting on the response so I can actually give credit. But I was sent this as like, hey, try this out. And I was like, oh, yeah. Or was Sclim on the inside the whole time? True. Maybe it was. Maybe the real Sclim was inside of us the whole time. Yeah, Maidsuit, like that. I think it was like, it's like Maidsuit something. Pretty sure it was Proler. This might be a different one, but I'm not sure. It was sent to me as like, it's just one of those days. It was sent to me as like a, hey, there's this new plugin from someone who I work with. Check this out. That'd be cool. And I was like, yeah, I'll check it out. So I don't know who made it yet, but I will let you know when I figure that out too. I just remembered to check credit before stream and I couldn't find it on the website. So I was like, I sent a message. So I'm like, who made this? But yeah, this is good. So like we can do cool stuff now, right? Yummy snack. As a yummy snack. Because I enjoy it. So for example, if we were to go to fitness chatting, right? I think I have to make a new one on fitness chatting. Hold on, I only put it on just chatting for right now. But if we went over here, right? If we were theoretically looking at the pasta pass and then we hit it again. Hold on, let me activate my powers. Maidsuit draw. Oh yeah, we just had to add new canvas. Great canvas. There we go. Cool. So yeah, if I were to do this now over here, what we can do is we can like point to stuff, right? So we could be like, ooh, what you'll get. Look at that. Look at that. I can like point things out as I talk about them. We can highlight stuff, right? We can be like, whoa, never ending first course of soup, salad, and breadsticks. We can do like, hold on, wait. The same great price of just $100. It matches the chat box theme. It really does. It really does. So we can like highlight things and we can make, hold on, wait, let me do I can do my signature. By the way, little spoiler alert. Anyone who's going off Kai and you want me to sign something, you're going to get this. You're going to get my Sclimnature. Hold on. It's hard to do in digital, but you're going to get my little Sclimnature. It looks like this. And then I say, Sclim was here. Basically, I go, Sclim was here. A line? Yeah, it's a line. No, it's me. It's the little Kilroy Sclim. You're gonna get Sclimroy on your stuff at Off Guy. Technology is incredible. Bro, sign my wood? Well, I mean, like a physical plank of wood. Yes. The other thing, not so much. You're gonna ask you to sign the rarest and least valuable Pokemon card I own. Yay! I'm down. This is sick though. I'm gonna keep using this. I definitely want to use this plugin a lot. Also, I can make the size real thick. Check this out. Wow. No, stay away. I can do that too. I can make it come and get me. I can drawing stream. Yeah, I guess. Well, I mean, we could draw on stream, but I could draw on stream now. I can put this wherever the hell I want. I can say hi. I can say a really big hi. Hi everyone. Hi. It's good when he gets him. You're the Sclimbo now. No, this is still me. Yeah, I can make it really big. What else can I do? I can color change, of course. I can erase. Wait, I can paint tool? Ah! Oh, wow, that does paint tool, huh? I wonder if, hold on, does this paint tool work with it? Hold on. If I made a box, can I paint tool the... Oh, we can make creatures. Wait, we can draw Pokemon on stream. Hold on. This is actually, you'll never leave the Mecha Chameleon fields. This is actually insane because what I can do with this without it disrupting stream too much, I can make a redeem that I've always wanted, which is a redeem that makes me draw random Pokemon from memory on stream. Whenever we could just hit the redeem, so someone will like hit the redeem. I'll be like, okay, draw a Pokemon from memory on stream, and I'll be like, okay, and just pull this up and do it, right? So it'd be like, all right, draw Jolteon, and I'll be like, all right, bet. All right, and I'll just be like, he's got like these. He's got a lot of these, right? And he's like a little guy. He has some of these, and he's got little Pete's, right? And he has like this little spikes on the tail, and like, yeah, there's Jolteon, you know. So we can do that. That's gonna be a redeem I want to do for sure. Nah, this tool rocks. Hell yeah. I'm gonna use this to point things. I need like, I can do like, yeah, I can point to stuff. Oh, that's so exciting. I really like this. All right, cool. And it's just like, it's integrated too. It's a plugin, right? So I don't have to do anything. Like I don't have to swap to a new scene or anything like that. I can just do it whenever. If I have it on all my scenes, which is very, very banger. Yeah, this rocks. Hey, Sharad, I welcome in. Define box. Well, this is like a box, right? Yeah, like a box. And then, yeah, then you do that, and then you can black out the world too. Use that. You can do a budget transition screen that way. Wait, actually, let me test something. I wonder if this is the same source on both my scenes. Hold on. Let me see if I can swap scenes and use this like a pseudo broken transition screen. Hold on, ready? Okay, no, it's not. It's a different canvas every time. It's a different canvas every time. But if I go back, it's still there. Okay, got it. Understood. Yeah, that rules. The possibilities are endless. They really are. Yeah, that rules. That's really cool. We're gonna have fun today. I'm really excited. Like, it's gonna be good. So let's see. What did we do since yesterday besides play Pokemon? I had a really wild experience this morning. I had a really like synchronistic experience, I want to say. It was kind of like crazy. It was kind of crazy. I might have had big feelings about it. So I woke up this morning really early, right? Much earlier than usual. It was like right on the dot at 5 a.m. basically. And I got out of the house earlier than usual. And normally I go for a walk kind of like in my area near the woods and stuff like that. But I was like, you know what? I want to go somewhere else. Because every once in a while, what I'll do is I'll like drive to like another nearby town or something like that if I have enough time. And I'll walk around there instead, right? And I decided to do that this morning, and I decided to kind of like walk around one of like a place I used to live, basically. One of the places I used to live when I was younger. And so I'm walking around, right? And I'm literally in my old neighborhood. I'm in like the neighborhood, one of the neighborhoods I grew up in, basically. And I look up and like my friend is just on the road. Like my oldest childhood friend is just standing at the end of the street. And I'm like, hey man, what's up? And like, this is someone who I still hang out with a lot, but like I've known him since 1st or 2nd grade. He's like my oldest friend I know still, right? And hang out with still. And I guess just conveniently, he had been on the way to work and saw me and pulled over. And the funny part about it though, well, I'm setting the scene, right? The weird part about it was we were basically like halfway between our two houses because we lived in the same neighborhood, right? So we were halfway between our two houses where we grew up by like a few hundred yards. Like his house was a few hundred yards in one direction. My house was a few hundred yards in another direction. The ones we used to grow up in, and we don't live in either of them anymore. But this is where we met, right? And he just happened to see me and he dropped the news that he's going to be a dad and he's having a daughter. And I was like, oh, like just the serendipity or whatever word you'd use of like my oldest childhood friend telling me about a groundbreaking life thing directly in front of the two houses that we both grew up in, but don't live in now. And it was like, how did this happen this morning? It was like the chances of this happening are so crazy. Yeah, Uncle Sclim. He even joked about that. Yeah, it was a very anime moment. It was crazy. Oh, he also told me later on there was an accident on the highway on directly his commute to work, and it might have been like near him if he didn't stop to talk to me. So I don't know what happened there, but something crazy happened this morning. I found the exquisitely drawn VN location to get used for everything because the art's pricey. Yes, actually. But yeah, it was such a crazy situation. It was such a crazy moment. I was like, wow, this is wild. The Guardian Sclim. Just to get that news outside of like the two houses in the old neighborhood that neither of us even live in that town anymore. It's a completely different town. Like, we live in different towns. He just happened to be driving by while I was walking by, directly in front of our old houses. It was really wild. Very cinematic, yeah, very cinematic, but a very cool experience. So I had a really good morning, and conveniently, because I was walking around my old neighborhood, I was like, you know, doing some good old nostalgic, like, oh wow, we used to have a lot of fun. So like, you know, he was in my thoughts while I was walking, because I was walking by both of where we used to live. So, and then he was just there, and I was like, oh shit, what the hell? So yeah, it was a really cool morning, really cool morning. And then I played Emerald Rogue, and then I had watermelon and played Emerald Rogue. Hey, how we feeling about the poopy bacteria, everybody? How we feeling about the infinite diarrhea bacteria? Everyone holding up okay? Oh, the poopy anyone have it? Does anyone in chat, have they been blessed? Hey, Moogie, welcome in. Has anyone in chat been blessed by the wonderful diarrhea? The super diarrhea? You don't eat that sort of thing? Oh, you mean fresh produce? You know what? To be fair, in the past, neither did I. Neither did I. Imagine the weight loss. Yeah, yeah. Infinite poop parasite, not bacteria. Oh, it's a parasite. Yeah, not a fan of that. Again, I say this again. We've been having a problem with parasites recently, in general. They've been in a lot of food. We had the egg thing. Chicken always gets spared. I want to say this. Chicken is never bad. It's the eggs that were bad. Chicken was never bad. It lasts weeks. Oh, God. Yeah, well, so I thought I was dodging this because I was like, well, I don't eat vegetables. So, joke's on you. I don't even have vegetables. You can't get me. But then I heard they're on berries too. And I was like, uh-oh. So, out of an abundance of risk, I did throw out some blueberries that I bought yesterday. Out of an abundance of risk. Because I was like, listen, while I normally would be willing to tank forever diarrhea, I work from home. While I would, you know, normally be willing to tank that to have blueberries and be like, just run the risk, right? Offkai's coming. And no matter what, I will do anything to go to Offkai this year. It is going to be so much fun, I've been saying, right? So, like, I cannot give myself any possible chances that I die somehow on the way to Offkai. Like, I need to not get sick. I'm going to stop going outside. Like probably Sunday or something like that, so I don't get sick before Offkai. Yeah, I will not let that happen to me, so I'm doing whatever's possible. You haven't got hit with it, thankfully, but a coworker did. They had to postpone their camping trip. Yeah, I would just poop all over Offkai, I guess. I guess I would. You know? Europe gang deprived of easy weight loss cheat. Come on over. The problem with the trucks going through the area where the cows are and transporting stuff, it's cow poop, it's responsible. Yeah, for sure. Oh my God, you're going too? Yeah, Starlight. Yeah. I just posted my Twitter. We're going to look at it, though. I just posted my, like, tweet of boundaries and stuff like that and what we're going to do at Offkai, like, how to approach me and stuff. I know we've talked about it, but considering this is the last Just Chatting stream before Offkai, I'm gonna talk to you guys about it, too, in just a sec for a minute or two. Nothing crazy. But I hope no one gets it on the plane. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. Take your vitamin C. Yeah, Michael, I actually just started today. I went out. One of the reasons why I went out this morning rather than stayed in was I wanted to pick up my emergency and start my protocol. Because I always, I think HR was the one who started recommending this to me, but back in the day, last year. But before con, everyone in SVA basically gets told to start a protocol of emergency for like vitamin C and immune supplements. So I just started mine today. I already take vitamin C. I already get plenty of vitamin C, but like, a super dose never hurts. A super dose never hurts. I'm going to be honest. I probably have like 3,000% the daily recommended amount of vitamin C. But it's solid, water soluble. You just pee it out, you know? But like my body is loaded because I take a supplement that has it. I eat pineapple, blueberries, and 2 apples per day. And now I'm taking emergency. So I have probably a good amount of vitamin C in me. But, hey, what's up, Sandy? What's going on? What you doing? Just yapping. Gotta respect the boundaries. Yeah, there's nothing crazy. My boundaries are pretty normal, but I do want to go over them with people since I did just put the post out this morning. Yeah, we tell everyone to get vitamin C and zinc for absorption. True. Yep. Zinc and turmeric helps as well. Magnesium helps as well. And good sleep, right? Getting sleep helps. Whenever I get sick at a con, it's because I didn't sleep at the con, and I get like sick during it or after, right? Extra zinc should be a thing too. Yeah, for many reasons. You can still overdose yourself. Yeah, but it's like it takes a lot. It takes a lot. You can pee out, like, a lot of vitamin C. Think we know what you're doing. Nuh-uh. I'm not looking for... I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. I would have no reason. To do that. I think that's why many people get sick at cons. They don't eat properly or sleep. Oh, 100%. I see it. Like, I knew it was coming I even told, I mean, people remember this at MagFest, when I was hanging out with like May and Sunny and Vera and everyone. Like, you could ask them. Like, I told Vera and May, I was like, hey, I haven't slept good 2 nights in a row. If this happens again, I'm gonna get sick. And then sure enough, I got sick. I was like, I really need to sleep. I really need to sleep, because I kept just staying up too late. Nothing they did. They were so like great. It was great. But I was just like, I need to not stay awake. I need to not stay awake. I need to not go to raves and stuff. And then sure enough, I got sick. So is Vera your very favorite gun? No, it's one of my favorite friends. My favorite VTuber friends. She's one of my favorite VTuber friends. Have fun at off guy. I will fun guy. I will fun guy. I figured that out super early in tourney career. Oh yeah, that would do it. That would do it. Yeah, but hopefully everyone's doing okay with the forever poopy bacteria. I know it's in like 30 states now. I don't know what states those are. I didn't check. I'm gonna hold on, peoplers. Let me look at a map real quick. I imagine there are some on the East Coast, right? Let's see. Map of forever diarrhea bacteria. I don't even know the names. I'm just gonna call it up that. Bacteria, US states. It's 30. Yeah, you could just round up to 50. True. True. More than 40. Oh, it was 30 yesterday. That's cool. Okay, let's see the heavily impacted ones. It looks like the worst is Midwest, right? It's probably because of food transportation. Michigan, New York, Ohio, North Carolina, Indiana, Colorado. Oh. Oh, it's actually not even that many cases. I thought it was way worse than it is. Huh. I mean, it's good to have like an abundance of caution about this stuff because it spreads, but like there's only like 400 cases per state. I thought it was way worse than it is. Okay, no, we're chilling. And then the other states are lower case counts. Let's see. Oh, in the vast majority of other states, numbers are hovering between 1 and 100 cases. This includes places like Rhode Island and surrounding New England states. Okay, so yeah, there are absolutely cases here. All right, yeah. I guess the one problem about being from such a small state is you're going to be like 2 feet away from the case at all times. You don't know who it is, but it's probably someone you know. Damn. Domain expansion, infinite tummy hort. Yeah. Ah, hey, people are thanks for the 135 streak. I've seen many women posting about how they're buying produce now because they could use the weight loss. And I'm like, that's one way to go about it. Yeah, yeah, sure is. Hey, Lava. No, you don't want that, Smoke. I promise. Because the problem with infinite diarrhea is hydration. Like you're now in a battle to stay hydrated forever because you're letting go of it so fast. It becomes like anything. You're gonna need a lot of Pedialyte. You're gonna need a lot of Pedialyte. It's gonna be bad. You're gonna need gallons. Right? Bring them in on a truck. A very Victorian means of weight loss. You could say that. We bring out the leeches. You used to have people die of cholera. That's basically what we're talking about. Yeah, well, it's hard to stay hydrated. I mean, I even had that when, actually, same time at MagFest, I basically got that. I don't know. It could have even been that parasite because it functioned exactly like it, where I was fine. Like, I didn't feel sick. I didn't feel bad. I was like going to the bathroom every 20 minutes and it was pure water. It was pure water. And, yeah, I just had to continuously drink forever for like 5 days straight. It was bad. Some people take constipation tablets to help with weight loss. This is not a good idea. It's not a good idea. True. Let's see. Every stool was looser than the one before. Ooh. Oh, what is this, Jack? A full detail? I didn't need the detail. Oh. Someone upgraded the Plague Inc. in USA, not the other countries. This is so unfair. Yeah, this is crazy. How do you deal with that? Licking salt? Honestly, the water was not pure. I don't want to get gross, TMI, but it sure did look pure. It sure looked pure. Yeah, no, yeah, you just get Pedialyte or like electrolyte drinks and just spam them. It's an infamous actual paragraph in the 5th Game of Thrones book. Oh, geez, I didn't know that. That's very cursed. That is very cursed. Salty stuff promotes thirst, gets you to drink more. Yeah, you just want electrolyte replacement at that point. But it's like the amount you have to intake if you're going that often is a problem, right? That's like people die from dehydration from stuff like that, is what they die from. But yeah, just mind it. It looks like it's happening mostly. They don't know the exact cause when I was looking yesterday, but they know that it's probably one of the fresh produce products or berries. I know they said in the past this outbreak has been linked with cilantro, fresh cilantro, lettuce, onion, and raspberries, I believe, were the big ones that it had been linked to in the past, but they're not sure what this outbreak is from directly. Like, they haven't found the source, I don't think. So, yeah, we just be careful. Just be careful. Hey, Janam, what's up? Did this just start happening like a week or two ago? Probably a couple weeks ago. But, you know, it's relevant now. Hey, you know what we also saw? Speaking of Offkai, in a divine series of events, it looks like both my hyperfixations are going to be in the same place at the same time. Because did you see that Offkai is sharing the venue with the CrossFit Games this year? I didn't know that. It's all Taco Bell's fault. No, they got ahead of the game by removing their lettuce. You lost gallons to American produce. We lost gallons. Yeah, so I don't know who heard about this. I saw this on Twitter. Yeah, Ashton Martin put this out, and it's true. I looked into it. Yeah, for some reason, the venue is sharing with the CrossFit Games that are also taking place in San Jose at that exact period of time. And I'm very confused at how this is going to work. I don't understand how this is going to work, because what it says is the CrossFit Games are happening at the SAP Center, which is like 20 minutes down the road, basically. But the teen and masters divisions are happening at the convention center that Offkai takes all of. So I don't know what's happening. Ashton Martin, the car company, or the VTuber? The VTuber. Hey, Polly, what's up? Welcome. The VTuber. I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know. Hey, Fizz, what's going on? Yeah, I also have strong opinions about the CrossFit Games and their safety protocols. I'm not a big CrossFit guy, but I will say fitness and VTubing being in the same place is like, I can bridge the gap, you know? Two worlds, one family. I could like communicate with them. You know, I can be the gap. I can be the translator between VTubers and that, you know? It's very excited. Have you heard of the Diamond Gym? I don't think so. I can heal CrossFit. No, but I will say, I don't know. I feel very conflicted because on one hand, I think it's really funny and there's going to be a bunch of jacked people walking around. So it's now, by the way, it's now going to be harder to find me. Because at first I was like, oh guys, it's going to be so easy to find me in Offkai. I wear the same thing all the time. I wear tank tops and shorts, but the CrossFit Games are happening. So now it's going to be harder to find me. Hey, you one of the CrossFit guys? Nah, I'm a VTuber. Yeah, exactly. Now, other problems. This is why I'm very conflicted. I don't know how I feel. The hotel gyms are fucked now, and that's sad for me in particular. So that's unfortunate. Also, the food situation is going to be diabolical. And this is probably why Offkai costs so much this year, is because all the hotels are being shared with the CrossFit Games that are expecting 10,000 attendees. So yeah, that's why the hotels were screwed. Yeah, it was CrossFit Games. Never saw it coming. We thought it was the World Cup, but I was always confused by that because I was looking at it and I was like, wait, no, this can't be because of the World Cup. The games aren't even playing there at that point in time. It's like a month away from when the game was taking place in that area. It didn't make any sense. Yeah. So yeah, no, CrossFit's still very popular. It's definitely probably went down in popularity, or it went up slowly in popularity, but it's not at the forefront so much. But no, there's some strong people to CrossFit Games. It's cool. I do think some of it's a little silly because they still do kipping pull-ups and stuff like that. And that's crazy. Yeah, Off-Fit Expo is going to go crazy. But the thing I'm confused by is the teenage and the masters division say that they're happening at the McKerney, McKerney? Is that how you pronounce it? The McKerney Convention Center, which is where Offkai is at the exact same time as Offkai. But I was at Offkai last year and Offkai took up the entire con, or the entire convention center. So like, I don't know where it is, because I would also say I don't think Offkai is any smaller than last year, based on certain pieces of information that that might have come to me. So I don't know what's happening. Hey Div, welcome. I don't know what's happening. This is why a couple of the Big O panel rooms are closed off this year. Oh, is that why? Are they actually closing them? I have choice. He's leaving on a Sclim plane. Don't know when he'll get Lyme disease again. Secret basement level. In England a while back, there was a bodybuilder convention at the same time as an anime con. A number of the gym bros were harassing the anime con goers, in particular the underage girls. Oh, geez. Hey, well, I mean, I can provide a I can mount a defense. I can mount a defense. We can go get Donnie. I don't know if Donnie's going. We can go get Donnie. We can go get there's a lot of other fit VTubers, right? We'll get all of the male VTubers who are super jacked. That's like half of them. We'll go get all of them. We'll go get oh god, yeah, we'll get every fitness VTuber. And we'll mount the defense around the con, right? So we can possibly fend off the gym bros. Bouncers for Offkai. The CrossFit stuff's in the western part of the con center, and they added a tent for more Offkai stuff. Okay, I will say I feel like territorial. Spiritually, I feel territorial. You know what I mean? The difference is fitness VTubers are predisposed to having watched shonen battle anime. Yeah, we're prepared for this. Right, defense line of furries and stuff, gym rats. We have combat advantage. We do. We have initiative roll. I do feel a little territorial, I'm gonna be honest. You're hunting one, taking him home. I feel territorial. I feel territorial about this. I think I do. Because as much as I do like fitness, this is like, I don't know. I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about it, you guys. I'm being a little selfish, if I could be 100%, because as much as I love fitness and as much as I like fitness competitions, and that is like another interest of mine, right? Like I can vibe in this environment between both. I think, wait, hold on. What seemed important to mention? Hold on. Hamlet, did I miss what you said? Let's see. Oh yeah, no, about that. No, that's good to know. That's good to know. Yeah, record of Sclim Rock. While I do like both these things, my favorite part about Offkai last year was it felt like we owned the city center. Because it was the only con in town, it was like everywhere you walked around, you'd run into your friends, you'd run into every other VTuber. So if you were in the center of San Jose, you knew why everyone else was there. Like if you went walking outside, you went to restaurants, everyone who was there for VTubing, right? For your hobby in particular. So I do feel a little territorial that now it's going to be like, all right, we are actually outnumbered, because I think Offkai only had about 7,000 attendants. So if 10,000 come, it's like, okay, we are outnumbered by the CrossFit Games people, and it's not going to be the same vibe, right? So I am selfishly territorial about that, I think. How the early days of Pokemon Go felt. Exactly. Just use this as your business opportunity. I mean, I'm going to. I'm absolutely going to, right? Like, here's the exciting part for me. Now, silver lining for me is if the CrossFit Games are in the convention center, that means CrossFit equipment is going to be in the convention center. And that means I can probably sneak in and use it. I can probably sneak in and use it. And I'm going to. Do you think the CrossFit people will be jerks? Probably not, but yeah, Min can bite them. That's fun. Yeah, I am the bridge between two worlds, but I'm thinking about new shiny toys, Mala. I'm thinking about new shiny toys, maybe. Because here's the thing, right? There's going to be pull-up bars. There's going to be barbells with weight on them. So, you know, if the gyms are full, we call that reconnaissance. Well, so here's what I'm thinking, right? This is my logic. I've seen the CrossFit Games before, never in person, but I've seen videos of them. And here's my thought process. If the CrossFit Games are still like a convention, then wouldn't they have an amateur section for people to do CrossFit that's not part of the games? Right? Like, wouldn't they have like oh yeah, you could just work out here. We made a workout area. Because it's like a convention. You're there for multiple days, right? So of course they would make a workout area. They probably wouldn't rely on the hotel gyms alone, right? Right? So there might be a fun opportunity here for me and for everybody, which is I see a world, I foresee a possibility that we could have the Sclimbo meetup in an actual gym and we can work out together. This is the silver lining. The silver lining is if you're coming to Offkai, there might be the chance that we can do that. S-tier bonding activity. There might be a chance I can train people in real life at Offkai as like a little event, right? No, not even showing off. I'd be training people, right? It'd be like it'd be a group workout. Yeah, it'd be like me going to Offkai and being like, you know, claps hands together. Okay, come to the Sclim meet and greet where I teach you how to bench press. Come to this Sclim meet and greet where we can work on your pull-up form. That could be really cool. Yeah, it could be really sick. Yeah, I mean, the only reason I don't want to do a group workout panel is because that just kind of immediately doxes me, right? Because I have to go on stage and be like, hi, it's me, right? If they bring equipment, here's hope their insurance is up to date. Yeah, well, you know, it's complicated how that works, Mid, but I have my training insurance, and that would cover... Actually, how would that work? Yeah, I guess, well, they'd have to have their own insurance. No, we'd both have to have our own insurance. Because they'd need their own insurance if they had equipment. Absolutely. If they're functioning like a gym, they would absolutely need their own insurance. Maybe they don't have a public section because of that, actually. But we'll find out. We'll find out. You need help with hanging leg raises? Yeah. We could do a cheeky sample of training services. Yeah. If you lift less than bow, you're not beating the dog boy allegations. Div, don't worry. I promise I lift more. I promise. I actually don't know how much bow lifts. Is bow a power lifter? Can bow like deadlift like 600 pounds? I gotta be careful before I say that. I'm making assumptions. I usually assume I'm stronger than most people, but maybe I shouldn't. Sclimbo's not liable for any gains or tears during the light Kai. Yeah, lift Kai. Yeah, they need liability insurance. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I can deadlift a good amount, so yeah, absolutely. It doesn't matter what it is. Like, Bow's probably, I mean, I'm not gonna make guesses or assume anything about Bow's, right? Yeah, I mean, I know how much I can deadlift, and it's more than most human beings weigh, right? So I'm sure it's not a problem to not say one way or the other. I don't know anything about that, so I don't want to make any insinuations. But yeah, no, I could lift the brick in. Yeah, we could do all that. But yeah, so I'm feeling a little territorial about it, but I'm also like, yeah, there's some exciting silver linings. And maybe just because it's the Masters division and the Teenage division at the convention center and the main games are elsewhere, maybe it won't be that bad. Like, maybe we won't really see that much. There just will be more hyper jacked people walking around than there otherwise would have been. But honestly, a lot of VTubers are in really good shape too. So there's that. Going to the Sclimbo workout panel and dropping 500 pounds in my head. Yeah, dying at the Sclimbo workout panel. Can't believe that's why everything was so expensive. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, I was confused because I knew it wasn't off Kai. And I knew it wasn't... didn't make sense that it was the World Cup because the game wasn't near that days. So surely the teen division shouldn't be too jacked. Peoplers. Hold on. Let me check something really quick. Are the CrossFit games tested? A tested league. Hold on. Okay, they are a tested league. Okay, they are a tested league. Okay, then we're chill. Then we're chill. Because I was going to say, if they're an untested league, no, absolutely not. Those teenagers are going to be the scariest of them. Teenage division's what scares me. They're the strongest ones. Yeah. We're going to have Chad Gongoer versus Virgin CrossFit Gator. Actually, you will probably run into a situation where, because CrossFit is tested and because it's like you know, a different type of exercise, you might run into a situation where there are VTuber fans and VTubers who are much bigger than the CrossFit people because they're taking steroids and the CrossFit people aren't. So that possibility does exist, which is a really funny possibility. It is a tested league. It is a tested league. We're chilling. Okay. That's crazy though. That's crazy. Wow. So yeah, that's gonna be next week, right? Very excited for that. We'll see what that means, silver lining and all that. But it does mean I blend in more. It does mean I blend in more, I would say. VTuber taking steroids. Sclimbo reveals dark secrets of broadcasting. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Absolutely, there are some... I'm not going to single anybody out, obviously, and I'm not going to make claims about people and stuff like that, but let me tell you as an expert, there are absolutely some people I've seen in the industry who definitely are taking something, and who might be open about it, too. Definitely. Only risk is they may need separate identification to enter the CrossFit areas. Yeah, I mean, it is in the same con, but maybe they have, like, a separate check area and stuff like that. Everyone has their natty cards until proven otherwise. Yeah, but maybe proven otherwise by my eyeballs. Right? There are some things that are just too far. There are some things where I'm like, I know that's not a normal thing. That's my job. Not like determining that's my job, but like, you know, when your job is training people and specifically training natural lifters, and then you see something, you're like, that's not normal. Let's see. Sir, are these people in your affiliated talent agency? Are Flork's gains real? Yes, Flork is entirely natty. I swear the guts because of liver day, yeah. When your biceps are bigger than your head. On the male VTuber side or also female VTubers? I mean, both for sure. Both for sure. But it's not like a huge problem or anything like that. I just know I've seen it before. I've definitely seen it before. But again, some people are just open about it. Like I'm personally of the opinion that if you're open about it, I don't care. I think being strong is cool. I wouldn't recommend anybody ever do that stuff. It's not good for you. Don't take it. But it's a personal choice for somebody who, in my opinion, who has been lifting for a long time and might want to sacrifice some of their life to get even further beyond. So I don't hate on it. I just want people to be honest about it. You know? Anyway, let me show you my off-guy boundaries. Let's talk about it real quick and start moving into some topics because we do have marshmallow questions piling up and stuff. All right, first things first, let's just get this out of the way. This is going to take like 2 minutes, so bear with me. I know it's very me-centric. Let me be a little me for a little bit here. Let's see. Okay, here's the tweet. Show the images. Do you like my beautiful artwork? I believe Ari made this from SVA. Anyone in Condo Bro caught the parasite of toilet time? No, none of us. We're all good. We're all good. 1 hour till pasta. Oh, thank you, Penpry. I almost forgot about that already. Okay, so let's talk about boundaries and stuff like that. Isn't it the candle art? It is. It is the art for the candle. Yeah, from AM Candlery. There is a Sclimbo candle, everyone. It's beautiful. It smells like rainwater and the forest in the morning. All right, off-kai, only a week away. So let's talk about it. Okay, so I will be there, as I've been describing. I will be there in person. You can come say hi to me. Here are the Sclim guidelines, the Sclim lines, if you would. Gifts are okay. Please no perishable or fruit items, though. As much as I love yummy snacks, management will hit me with hammers if I accept them. So yeah, you can't bring me food, unfortunately. I will get bonked. Even though we're not here officially, SVA is not here officially. There's a lot of people who in SVA who are there, and Etu's one of them. As a yummy snack. So Etu is in killing me range. Let's not forget that, okay? Even though it's off the job, it's off hours, Etu is in killing me range. Don't forget about it. Now, the thing about gifts, though, I will say, is just keep this in mind for gifts. Hey, second gen Ford Crown Vic. Thanks for the follow. Very cool. Very cool. One thing about the gifts, though. One thing about the gifts. Please do understand that I am not going to be carrying a bag and I'm staying off site. So if you have a very big gift, try to let me know ahead of time so I can like find a way to pick it up. Because if I'm just like at the con for 8 hours straight and I have to like carry something big around, that might be tough. So if you are intending to give me something just like that's big and doesn't like fit in a pocket or is like a tiny thing, just let me know ahead of time because I need to like figure out how to get that around. And actually I might even be able to work with, I know Kawa, this isn't for sure. I think we have to talk to them, but I know Kawa can accept gifts for VTubers on their behalf and do it for some people. I don't know if they're doing that for us. I bet I'd ask about that. So I'm just bringing that up. That doesn't mean that's true. I will ask and confirm about that. But yeah, if you gift something very big, just recognize I'm not going to be carrying a bag all day. I don't carry a bag because I don't have anything I carry on me, right? So I just have my wallet and my phone and that's it basically. So yeah, just keep that in mind. But gifts are absolutely okay. Otherwise, just not food. No photos, please. I'm down to chat or sign stuff, really anything. I just prefer no photos. I don't want to risk any immersion breaks for anybody who doesn't want to have an immersion break. So, you know, all that stuff, right? Because it's not under my control where if somebody takes a photo op with me, for example, right? And then what happens if they become possessed by a dark spirit, right? What happens if they become evil and then start posting that photo everywhere? Right? Then I'm doxxed. So even though I trust people, they could always be possessed by a dark spirit in the future. And, you know, it could happen to anybody, really. You could become a villain out of nowhere. So, yeah, no photos. Post Sclimbo nude? Yeah. No photos would be good. Let's see. If you hear or see me at the con, and this is very important, highlighting here. If you hear or see me at the con, you can definitely come say hi. I don't have a meet and greet schedule, but if I'm at the venue, you can assume I'm open to interactions. Hey, Celia, what's going on? So very specifically what this means when I say if you hear or see me, I am loud, as you know, very loud man. You know I laugh. If you hear it, that's probably me. If you hear my laugh and there's a tank top, it's me. So yeah, if you hear me, you can come up, say hi. If you see me, you can come up, say hi. If you read my badge tag, you can come up, say hi. You are allowed to attack me. You're allowed to challenge me to combat. No, I can't say that. Someone will take it seriously. No, arm wrestle challenges are not accepted because last time I hurt myself doing that. It was bad. Will you have a Hogs tank top? No, I will not have a Hogs tank top, but it's like just black tank tops. Let's see. He said I get the hanger. No, I don't. You'll be the green person. Hey, next time. What's going on? Just no permit. No, you can't. As much as I think it would be awesome if I could fight people at Offkai, I'm not allowed to fight people at Offkai, unfortunately. So, yeah, not allowed to. However, no, I can't even say that probably. I can't even say that. I might be able to phrase it as a hypothetical. If somebody were in cosplay and they were to have foam swords, boffers, if you would, legally cleared to enter the con venue by security as part of their cosplay, and I happened to get a hold of one of those, and somebody else had hold of another one, and we did Duel of the Fates, such a thing could happen. Such a thing could happen. Pool noodle, such a thing could happen. Off-guy cage matches. Hey, Almo, what's going on? Yeah, such a thing could happen. But yeah, so all very specifically though, like if I'm at the con venue, you can come say hi to me. Absolutely. And please do. I would love to meet you and say hi and sign stuff and yap. But the reason I'm saying at the venue is I want to be clear about it, right? If I'm at the convention, that's what I'm there for. And I'm talking to people and hanging out. If I'm outside the con, just understand I will totally say hi to you if you see me outside the con, like, you know, in a hotel or something like that, or like at a restaurant. I will absolutely say hi to you. Just understand I'm probably going to be with friends and hanging out with other VTubers at that point, so I might not have too much time to talk, and I'm going to be moving around a lot. I have a lot of people I got to see, a lot of events to go to, so I'm going to be jumping around to a variety of different places. So if I'm on the move, just understand I might not have a ton of time to hang out. I might be able to talk really quick, and I still want to say hi to you, but I can't, you know, be there forever, right? So that's why I'm kind of specifying at the venue, is like, that's what I'm going to be there for. You missed your chance last time, it's Jovert. Nah, there's gonna be other chances. No sweat, no sweat. And then the big one, yeah, please don't follow me or my friends. If you do, I will straight up eat you cannibal style. That's a promise. I'll likely be on the move a lot, seeing a bunch of different VTuber friends and other friends in the area. So for their privacy as well, it's important you let me be a free-range Sclim. So, you know, just because I am willing to meet people in person does not mean everybody is. And a lot of the people I might be with might not be interested in being public and stuff like that, right? Because I'm obviously going to be, it's an industry event. I'm going to be work with other people in the industry and, you know, talking with many different people, right? So do not follow me. Do not follow me unless I specifically invite you and stuff. You can absolutely invite me to things. I you know, might be busy. I might be able to pull it off. Who knows? But yeah, don't follow me. I will eat you alive. You have small plushies of your model's robot core, and someday I won't be able to suppress the urge to chuck it at someone. Count your calories. You can't eat all of us. Oh, I can. I can. Just know that it will be very embarrassing for both of us if you follow me without asking, because I will be like, hey, you're like not allowed to come to this. Sorry, you have to go, and I'll feel awkward about it too. Hey, Zam, welcome in. But yeah, that's the general Offkai stuff. You know, it's I don't have like pretty. It's nothing special. Nothing special. It's just like normal boundary stuff, right? But it does need to be said still. Very important to be said still. Make it very clear. But I'm excited to see everybody there, and I'm excited to sign stuff with the Sclim Roy. And yeah, I do know there's also Sclimbo merch. I know Kawa has Sclimbo merch, and there are Sclimbo stickers. These are the only ones I know of right now. There might be more, but let me get the booth or the person name, because I just hold on. Let me look at my. I just followed them back because there was an artist. Hold on, let me find them. Yeah, okay. So X3 Dusko at X3 Dusko's booth and Avery / Bobo's booth. I believe it's a joint booth situation, maybe. There are Sclimbo stickers. I don't know where that booth is. Wait, I think it says Offkai E1, so maybe that's the place. But I think there are Sclimbo stickers there, and then also Kawa's selling stuff for SVI in general, right? And I'm sure there's some other stuff around, right? So if you see Sclim stuff, that's cool. Grab it up. Also, any fan merch is very, very welcome. You know, we don't take a what's it called, a cut of that or anything. That's like, you know, that's part of the industry. So if you ever want to make fan merch of Sclim, I believe you are welcome. I believe you are welcome to. And the only thing I would ask is let me come and gush over it, right, in person. So limited run last time merch. Well, you know, you could say that. I can't say for any fan merch, but for some of the Kawa merch, once we evolve, we might not make that again. So that's true. They are one booth. It's at E1. All right, thanks, Bigum. Definitely gonna be dropping in for a sticker. Hell yeah. Yeah, I did see the Artist Alley sitemap. It's just not complete yet, so I don't know like where everything's gonna be. I'm gonna be looking for us too, for SVA and stuff like that. So yeah, but I do imagine it will be fun to look at the Kawa booth quite often and be like, hee hee, that's me, that's me. So I'm very excited. But yeah, that's the off-kai stuff. We'll get to that next week. The plan for the rest of the week and next week, as I described to you on Monday, is we are going to stream tomorrow, and then we're going to stream on Monday, and then I'm gone. And I have confirmed that I will be taking a slight break for reasons. Very good reasons. Very good reasons. Looks at you. What I'm going to be doing, what we're doing for the next like couple weeks is looking something like this. We're streaming on the 18th, or 17th, tomorrow, right? We're streaming tomorrow, as usual. Monday, we're doing the Nuzlocke, Monday the 20th. I will be gone the 21st through the 29th for streaming. So it's like an 8-day break or a 9-day break, basically. That's for off-kai, right? So going to off-kai, I come back from off-kai on the 28th, but I'm not going to stream on the 28th or the 29th. I'm going to stream on the 30th. I will not stream on the 31st. I'm going to take a few more days off after off-kai, but we will have a stream on the 30th, which will be a just chatting fitness stream on a Thursday, basically. And then things will return more to normal right after that. Are there things you would like to do but doesn't fit in with Socks? Are you comfortable with how Socks does things? Oh, I'm very comfortable. Yeah, I'm very comfortable with how Socks does stuff. Absolutely. No, I think like I work really well with an agency. Good question too, Hamlet. I think people work, there are people who work better indie and there's people who work better with agencies. I knew from the very beginning that I wanted to be part of an agency, and they kind of cover all my weaknesses because the things I'm good at are the things that are like the things I'm good at or am bad at, I should say, are the things agencies are good at is the way to put it. Right. So for me, like I will never think to go get sponsorships or art upgrades or let's see, like editors or mods on my own. Like when I was in the Sclimbo factory, I didn't even have mods. Like I will never think to do those things on my own. My skill / thing I like to do is in talking and going live, right? I can make content. I can make, streams. I can make YouTube shorts. I can be silly. I can have high energy, but everything else. No, you're not grabbing a hammer. Oh, you're grabbing a hammer to hit me if I accept food at off-kai too. That's what's going on. But yeah, everything else, it's like I wouldn't think to do that. So an agency works really well for me because they'll do that, right? They'll hit me with like hey, Sclim, you should do this, or hey, Sclim, here's a sponsor, and I'll be like, oh hell yeah, cool, that sounds good to me. So I think I work really well in an agency, but it differs by person to person, right? Some people definitely I think work better as indies and prefer to be indies. I do not. I definitely prefer to be part of an agency, and I absolutely stand by that. Yeah, things are going pretty well. The modless days, I can see how you specifically benefit from the new arrangements. Yeah. This is your reminder to practice your VTuber signature. I am, Zeph. Don't you worry. But yeah, stretchies. I should go on ad break, but we do have a lot of questions we should get through. Hold on, did I talk about everything? Let's see here, because we should swap over to fitness chat. I did want to show off. No, we'll save that. We'll save that for the fitness thing because that's like fitness related. Because there's going to be a new fiber thing I want to talk about. We are going to be going to a deep dive on fiber and answering marshmallows. And since we've been yapping so much, I actually think there's a lot of them. How many marshmallows are we at right now? Sorry, by the way, I'm always late to answer these, but usually about the second hour of stream. Yeah, we got about 7 questions already. And there's some real good tangents here. So. Plus, being in an agency comes with a built-in framework for making friends. It really does. It's nice to have like a group, I think. But I think VTuber groups are great too. Like, I think that if I wasn't in an agency, I'd probably be part of a group or try to make a group, But I know I work well in an agency, right? It's for me. So I think that I would never really seek to leave an agency, I don't think, as long as like things were cool, So yeah, that's kind of my opinion on the whole thing. Now, as for, is there anything I want to do that, hold on, let me see the phrasing of the question. Are there things you'd like to do but doesn't fit in with Socks? Not really in my case. No, not really in my case. I kind of get to do everything I want. But that's, again, just because what I want to do vibes very well with what agencies, I won't say all agencies, but many agencies prefer, right? So I kind of vibe well. I vibe well for sure. Okay, we're going to take an ad break, 4-minute ad break, because I've been delaying this. We're like 10 minutes late on disabling pre-rolls. We'll be answering fitness questions after. Hey, what's up, Command? You're about to catch the ad break. We'll be back in a sec to start talking about fitness and answering questions. Will Socks ever do a shoe collab? I don't know about that one. It's a good question. That's a good question. You doubt SVA will ever go bad as long as Flork stays in control? I do. You know, I like Flork. I like Flork. Flork's really cool. Advertising. Whoa. Yeah. All right. I'll be back in 4 minutes, everybody. Get a break. Med check, water check, all that stuff. I will be right back. And we are going to go ahead and BRB. Add one of 80. All right. Does he had slippers? I believe so. I believe so. Okay. Be right back. We'll talk about fitness when we come back. BRB. It's hard to leave you guys. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Mint, thank you for the gifted to Banui girl. Thank you so much. Finally, content. I know, Foo. I know. Hey, what's going on? You're lazy to go for the marshmallow thing? M37? Wait, what's M37? Are you, like, hitting my activation phrase? I'm waking up. Ah! I'm waking up. All right. Looked like, hold on, there was something going on with stream elements, apparently, I heard. Did I don't know how it works. Good, off-guy nerves, not even a week before off-guy. Oh, it's gonna be so much fun, Foo. It's gonna be so much fun. It's nerve-wracking, but it's also very exciting. It's like, it's gonna be a blast. It's gonna be such a blast. Focus V. Focus S. Focus right. No, you're right. Some blues guy. I gotta focus. I gotta lock in. Yeah, I was just trying to figure out something was going on with stream elements. I think I reconnected stream elements tips. Yeah, hold on. Let me check. Let me check something real quick. I thought I did, but maybe I didn't. My first time going to a con with the intention of meeting people, will I get invited places? But yeah, we'll lock in. It depends. I think if you're like meeting up with people you've already talked to, usually that begets itself pretty well to like getting food and stuff like that. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mostly ate with people. I don't think I ate alone at the first off-kai I went to, like, at all. Because it was mostly like, oh yeah, I met someone, then we went and got food, you know? Let's see here. Activity. Yeah, I don't see anything. Hold on, let me just check this really quick because I got a DM about this. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything happened on that side. Sorry, live troubleshooting of something. Live troubleshooting. You have no idea what happened to your Sharpies from last year? Oh, that's fair, that's fair. All right, I'll have to figure that out, like, after. Yeah, you sucked me apple juice? True. I'll have to figure that out after. You can send messages as we see what's going on. I think we need more information there on what's going on with Stream Elements. It's not a Stream Elements wide thing, don't worry. It's just something with my Stream Elements. It looks like the thing might not be connected or something. But I think we need more info. We need to know what didn't work. Exactly. Like, what part of the process did not function. Did it go through or did it not go through, right? Because if it went through, uh-oh. Because I don't see it. Sclimbo meets Flash Gordon? Yeah. All right, let's answer some questions. We got some fitness topics to talk about. Let's get to it. I've been delaying you long enough. Okay, let's start at the top. We got some tangents, some fun things to explore. And like I said, some really interesting rabbit holes I went down. I'm very excited to discuss. Okay, first question. Hey Sclim, I've been making progress on weight loss with simple calorie counting and weightlifting at the gym, but my doctor recommended me to get a little bit of cardio on top of what I'm already doing just to make sure I'm hitting the minimum amounts of moderate exercise spread out over the week instead of on just gym days. A good idea. I was poking around my options and I think I'm interested in trying a couch to 5K. It's a good program. I do recommend that, by the way, which is more than a little bit of cardio, but I haven't ever been a runner and I want to explore all kinds of fitness. Very smart. Muted? No? I think you might be Skeletor. I think you might be muted. I think that's a you thing. Check your tab. I think that's a you thing. Anyway, all right, let's see. If I do gym Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, Saturday, upper lower split, does Monday, Thursday, Saturday after legs, smart, for running days sound good to you? Leaving Sunday as a day to just get a chill 10K steps and otherwise relax. Does this minimize the impact the cardio would have on your muscle building? Yes, absolutely. So with a schedule like this, this would be exactly how you minimize the impact of cardio interfering with your lifting. Now, doing cardio at all will still interfere to some extent. I'm not saying don't do cardio, but if you're running seriously with an attempt to get better at running, there is similar recovery pathways between like legs, right? So for example, you would be still doing legs many days in a row. But that's fine. This is a fine thing to do. Just understand that your strength will not progress linearly as optimally as it would if you otherwise weren't doing this. But that's fine because cardio is really good for you and you should do it, right? So yeah, this is a really good way to do that. You split it up from the leg day, you put it afterwards, you put it on different days. I like it. I would say just like, you know, maybe it's a lot, maybe it's a lot. It depends on how hard you're going when you go to the gym on Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, because this is a very hefty schedule. If you're doing 10K steps every day, and then on top of that, you're doing gym and running, I imagine the running is the 10K. You're not doing 10K and then running. But yeah, this is a good amount. I think this rocks, actually. It's a pretty optimal schedule. So absolutely, yes. Absolutely. All right, here's our rabbit hole. And I think this one was given in by Aoto. A very exciting rabbit hole today. Let's talk about fiber, everybody. Since you've been fiber maxing, are you familiar with a kind of fiber called leaven? There's a company called Z Biotic that sells what I can best describe as alchemical potions but one of them supposedly converts a portion of your sugar intake into leaven for some benefit, but I don't know how much of a benefit it can actually be. I didn't know what this was. I had never heard of this before, so I did research this morning. Just to be totally transparent, I had never heard about this until this point. And I did a bunch of research this morning, and oh boy, did I find some stuff. Oh boy, did I find some interesting stuff. All right, let's talk about it. So the first thing I want to do is give a little primer on fiber, because we've referenced it a lot here on the channel. And I want people to understand what we're talking about before we get into the nitty gritty here. So fiber is under-eaten by almost everyone who lives in the United States and many Western countries and many Eastern countries and really countries in general. You know, someone who uses their anti-hangover potion. Yeah, I've heard that works pretty well. Absolutely. So fiber is severely under-eaten. The stats say in the US, 95% of people undereat fiber. That's true. That is an actual study, not something scare tactics. 95% of people undereat on optimal fiber levels according to our guidelines, right? Nobody gets enough fiber. It's very hard to get enough fiber because while you may think, hey, I have fruit, I have vegetables, right? I have maybe some beans sometimes, you know, I get some fiber. You do. Not anywhere near enough. So for reference, when you're looking at grams of fiber per day, I believe the recommendations are somewhere around women should get 25 or 30 and men should get 38 grams of fiber. For reference, one apple is 4.4 for a medium apple. So you start thinking to yourself, well, am I eating 6 apples a day? Probably not. Fiber is very hard to get. And unless you're eating like entirely whole foods and just a mass amount of fruits and veggies and beans, it's very hard to get without some extra supplementation. That's why nobody gets it. You started mixing my TVP with lentils and I am protein and fiber maxing. True. TVP works pretty well. We did talk about that. We did talk about the TVP stuff. Horse Max, eat those apples. I thought about eating 6 apples a day. I did think about that. US citizen here, got prescribed prescription strength fiber pills because I was chronically constipated. You're eating actual pounds of cheese almost every day. All right, first off, Green Boy, hell yeah to pounds of cheese. But yeah, no, I'm an American too. And we all undereat fiber very significantly. It's hard to get it. Now, we've talked about a lot of ways to sneak extra fiber in here on the channel. We've talked about doing, you know, the fiber wraps. We've talked about my new favorite hyperfixation, Kellogg's Brand Buds, which I'm going to put on screen right here. Hold on. Let me go get this on screen because I'll talk about this in reference to the question really quick. This is what I've been doing recently because this is pretty good. Because the other problem is like sometimes getting fiber can be pricey calorically or ironically because fiber is non-digestible in a sense. But ironically, it can be calorically hard because beans are very caloric, right? So these right here and the bowel bagels. My wife's gotten me onto doing chia seed drinks, but chia seeds are good for this. Absolutely. And let it soak for 20 minutes. But even chia seeds, I think, are only 6 grams or 5 grams per serving or something, right? Grape nuts, too. But take a look at this. This is why I'm using these. First off, I really like, just like the ingredients list is kind of a banger here. It's wheat bran, sugar, and psyllium seed husk. That's it. That's kind of a banger. But if you look at the nutrition, right? You're getting 17 grams of fiber for 120 calories. So 2 servings of all brand buds in the morning for breakfast as cereal gets you like all your fiber for the day. But more than that, let's talk about soluble versus insoluble fiber, because this is another thing that we need to be increasingly interested in and something that I want to talk about in regards to the fiber wraps that we always recommend and stuff. So there's many types of fiber. Well, there's many types of individual fiber, but soluble and non-soluble fiber are the ones we really focus on, right? So insoluble fiber is kind of like what adds bulk to food or bulk to your waste, right? It moves things along in your digestive system. It adds bulk to your stool, basically, if we're talking scientifically about it, all that good stuff, right? Soluble fiber is the fiber type that is, quote unquote, the healthy fiber type. What we mean by that is the one that is associated with lowering cholesterol levels, with like slowing down digestion and stuff like that, so you feel fuller for longer. That sort of thing, because it's soluble, it turns into like a sludge in your body almost. It's kind of gross, but that's the one that kind of helps you with like blood sugar calming, I guess I would say. So it helps like spikes in blood sugar. It helps cholesterol, remove bad cholesterol, quote unquote, right? LDL. So Yeah, that's the two types of fiber. Now, the interesting thing is when we've talked about the fiber wraps and stuff like that that we've recommended in the bowel bagel, most of that's insoluble fiber, which is good. It's still good. But we should also consider having a lot of soluble fiber as well, because that's the one that helps those other things, right? So really what you want is a combination of soluble and insoluble fiber. That's what you want, right? Maybe like a 2-to-1, where you want, like, I think the recommendations, like, yeah, have like 10 grams of soluble fiber, 20 grams of insoluble, basically, right? You can use inulin fiber in baked goods. It doesn't change taste or composition. Yeah, true. Frick the doo-doo. Would this be kind of like wheat bread? I can't eat wheat bread, so I'm cautious of trying all bran buds. Yeah, I mean, it is wheat bran, right? So if you're like allergic to wheat or something, I wouldn't do it. May I ask a dietary question? No, you can absolutely, Green Boy. We have a marshmallow if you want to queue up. If you ask in chat, because I'm on a tangent right now, I might miss it, but there's a marshmallow pinned in the Twitch chat. And you can ask anonymous questions there and it'll be in the queue, so I can answer it later. So this is like what I'm doing right now, right? So that all being said, let's talk about this product, because it was very interesting. And this is what Ayoto was talking about. It is Z-Biotics Sugar 2 Fiber. The claim here is that foods of yours that have sugar in it, if you pour this supplement into it, it will, in your body, in your gut, activate enzymes that will bind to the sugar, split it apart, and turn it into a type of soluble fiber called levin fiber, which is a real fiber. This is a real thing. It's a very rare type of fiber. It's found in like natto, for example. You don't really get it in Western cuisine that much, but it's like fermented soy fiber, basically. So, is this even chemically possible? Yes. But this is where the rabbit hole gets interesting. This is where the rabbit hole gets super interesting. So first thing I want to say is, do you need this? Absolutely not. Look at the price. So for 30 servings of this, it is $80 for a one-time purchase. That's how much per serving? $2.67 per serving. You could just get all brand buds, right? That's soluble fiber. You can eat fruits and vegetables, right? You do not need this. But the interesting thing here is the fact that it turns, or it claims to turn, sugar into fiber in your body. Extra sugar, right? Now, I tried my best, and I might have missed something. It's very possible I missed something. I tried to find studies on this so hard. And I did. But that confused me more. Also, Green Boy, thanks for the follow. Because I started digging into this, and I was like, all right, wait, hold on. So this is something, apparently, it's patented. It's something you can do. And scientists were looking into if this was possible. But then I ran into something really interesting, which was I saw a study from one of the Harvard institutes. And that study was breaching this possibility and saying, can we create a pill that binds to sugar and turns it into levin fiber? And they could. That study was published in 2024. It was either 2022 or 2024. It was hard because, like, the site said 2022, but I think the study said 2024. So maybe it was updated or something. But interestingly, at the bottom of the article, the Harvard article about the study, it said, we have started testing this in mice for future human consumption. And that was the only thing I found. So I don't know what these guys are selling, but I don't know. They might, maybe. Not this again. Yeah, well, not only is it just a mice study from what I could find, not only is it just a mouse study from what I can find, these guys are already selling it. So I don't know what's going on there. That I couldn't figure out. It's patented. It is patented. You want an explanation for what these guys sell? Yeah. Because this is a supplement, it's not FDA regulated. Yes, supplements are not FDA regulated in the same ways that food are. Extreme Wellness Wraps have 12 grams of dirty fiber, 4 grams of protein for 60 calories. Yeah, and like I think the fiber wraps are still a good way to get fiber. Same for the bowel bagels and stuff that we've joked about before. But just understand that's usually a lot of isolated insoluble fiber or insoluble fiber. So it's still good for you. And you should have it. It's going to help your body be regular. But if you want the most benefit out of fiber, you do want to get soluble fiber as well. You want a combination of the two, right? And they don't have a lot of soluble fiber. So that is still something you look for, and that's obviously in a lot of like fruits and beans and stuff like that. So yeah, I love potion. I love snake oil. I love potion of cancer. Well, the problem is I can't say this doesn't work. I'm not saying this doesn't work. I'm saying that I don't know if the data on it exists yet. And that's two different things. These guys sell genetically modified bacteria that do this. So the anti-hangover one, for example, is a bacteria they modified to eat the alcohol toxin so it doesn't affect you. They're doing the same thing. Yes, exactly. So Ayoto, I did look into the process, and that is the exact process that the Harvard study was looking at in integrating it in food. And they were actually, Harvard was approached, one of the Harvard Institute, I think it was like the Weiss Institute or something, was approached by, it was the company that owns the mac and cheese. It was, oh God, what company is it? Not General Mills. Kraft. It was Kraft. Kraft approached Harvard in 2018 to see if this was possible. And they did develop something, and the study was either in 2022 or 2024. And last I could find, they were testing on mice. But I couldn't find any claims outside of ZBiotics' own website that there is a available for human consumption version of this that works yet. So their website claims it works. I just couldn't find anything else. And I was really thrown suspiciously by the study saying, yeah, we're trying this in mice and it works. And that was 2024, which is only 2 years ago, which means like, if I can't find a human study and the only study available was on mice and it's 2 years old, I'm like, did we even test this on humans yet? Did we? I'm not sure. So yeah, this is a rabbit hole. Very big rabbit hole. So the answer to your question is, I don't know. I don't know if this works. I don't know if the data exists. I wasn't able to find it. I'd love if somebody knows that the data exists and they can find a PubMed article or something to link to me. I would love it, because this is very cool. I mean, like, I think this rocks in practicality, right? Because not only, I think theoretically, this is just, I'm not a biochemist, but I'm just thinking through this, and theoretically, if this could be like a miracle thing if it works and there's no side effects, right? Because if it binds to sugar but doesn't affect the taste because it only transforms it into a fibrous form in your gut, that would also mean it would reduce calories in food from sugar, which is very interesting. And it would also simultaneously provide you with soluble fiber that's probiotic. Not even just soluble fiber. It's fiber that is fermented in a way, kind of like, because it's in natto, right? So it's a gut healthy, but also intestinal healthy version of fiber. It's fairly rare. That could be a miracle drug if it works. I just don't know if that data's out there. We should reach out and see if we could try a sample. Well, the problem is you wouldn't be able to know. It'd be completely placebo effect. Like, it'd be hard to tell if it did anything, you know, if you were already eating enough fiber. I guess you could try and fiber starve yourself and use this and see what happens, but that's a little weird. But you've needed this emote a lot. Yep. Mice are a pretty good starting point. Yep, they are, but you can't take a mouse study and extrapolate it to humans. You always need to do human studies first, just to be sure, you know? Test blood sugar levels? You could test blood sugar levels, maybe. You're going to be puking acid on donuts and drinking the sludge after a while on this? Yeah, I don't know. Would eating natto give the same effects? Yes. Yes, because the actual fiber is in natto. So you could just have a lot of natto, too. There's other things that are in it. It's in, like, a lot of... Oh, God, one was called, like, Hawaiier. I've never heard of it before, but it was a type of fermented food called, like, Hawaiier. And also in... it was, like, Chimera. Not kimchi, but it was spelled similarly, like Kimera, I believe, like Chimera. I don't know what that is, though. It might be a Korean food. Problem's eating natto. Yeah, the problem is eating natto. Yeah, you could just have a lot of natto, though, if you like natto. You could do that. But you also, again, you do not need this. You do not need this because the price is also just so exorbitant, right? You could just get normal fiber from fruits and veggies and beans and supplements and so on and so forth, and your all-brand cereal or whatever. You could do that instead. You could do that instead. Now, I will say this. Just thinking about things, I would love to see GamerSupps put out a fiber supplement. Hey, listen, if we're already doing creatine, I think world's your oyster, right? Let's get some GamerSupps whey, casein. Let's get some GamerSupps fiber supps. Let's turn this into a full every supplement company. And then you can use code VTuberMail for 10% off. I get an unbelievable stack of natto packs from the Asian market, put it in a big chest freezer. Oh, nice. Hell yeah. I think I don't like it. I feel like I tried it when I was in Japan and I didn't like it, but fiber subs would go crazy. Yeah, Gamer Fit. It'd be really good. It'd be really good because we all need it, right? And I think that's like, I think it works because that's kind of like GamerSup's philosophy too, right? Like their whole thing is like, let's advertise and make supplements for people like gamers, right? People who don't know a lot about this stuff theoretically, or like don't move a lot, like things they might be lacking from a normal diet because the normal diet of quote unquote gamers is not great, right? So I think it fits the philosophy to be like, let's also try and solve the fiber dilemma, because that's also even more so an issue in this case, because, you know, if the meme is a gamer eating a bunch of Doritos and frozen meals and stuff, they're also not getting fiber, right? So I think it fits the philosophy, so it could make sense. It could make sense. Yeah, so answer the question. I think this is extremely expensive. I don't think you need to buy this, but if you had the money, it's interesting. If it works, it's a miracle drug. But I haven't seen any data that it works, and I'm really suspicious that Harvard side was still on mouse studies from what I can glean, and this is already a product on your shelf. So that's a little suspicious. But yeah, it's surely a rabbit hole. Very interesting stuff. That was probably one of the best questions of all time on what that led to. Because, oh my god, wow. But even just thinking something like this is possible, so cool. So cool. So it's good if I'm a mouse, yeah, but it might kill you in 30 years. Who knows? We didn't test that part, right? So if I'm a mouse, I think that the mice studies were optimistic. Like, I think the mice studies went well. That's why I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm just saying that we don't have data that it does, from what I can see, which is a different thing. Right? That's not saying it doesn't. That's just saying we don't know if it does, right? It's not like this is a tested product, is what I'm trying to get to you. I haven't seen it, at least. They should try making it for people too. Yeah, well, here you go. Here it is, right here. Right here. Again, any claims I found about what this could do and if this product in particular worked came from their website. So, I didn't really see any outside links. So yeah, that's what's up there. Very cool though. Very, very, very cool. Very interesting. Went down, I learned a lot. Learned a lot today. All right, next question. Let's see. We got plenty to move through here. Hey Sclim, it's been a minute since middle school health class. Can you do an overview of trans fats versus saturated fats? Yeah, absolutely. Have 0 trans fats and have a reasonable amount of saturated fats. That's the answer. That's the one. Okay, is that there you go. Yeah. They like, so the thing is, okay, a lot of fats and how they affect your body and if they're good or not come down to like the balance of HDL versus LDL and how they're affected in your body and stuff like that. And if I remember correctly, I think trans fats were like invented thinking that they had solved and made the best kind of fat. They were like, we did it. We've made a special, the best kind of fat ever. And it was actually the special worst kind of fat ever. It was actually, it did the exact opposite of what we wanted once we figured it out, where it raised LDL and lowered HDL, which is the opposite of what you want to happen. So it was like, okay, no, you made evil, yeah, foiled again. You made evil fat. So don't do that. Like there was direct links and studies to heart inflammation, heart disease. It's, to be fair, you don't see trans fat that much often anymore. I think some like fried foods have them at like McDonald's or the reheated fried foods, but I think even McDonald's is like done with trans fats now. Let's see here. Does McDonald's still have trans fats? Does McDonald's have trans fats still? Yeah, some do. They largely phased it out from the frying oils, but let's see. Okay, yeah, beef patties and cheese naturally contain small amounts. But this is one of the fats you just really don't want any of. Oh, Lester's the funniest one, yeah. Don't survive only on carnival food directly from carnivals. Yeah, don't do that. But, I mean, it is, right? Like, every time we make a new food product, it turns into, like, a study on the hubris of man, right? Where we're like, we've created evil again. It's honestly, it's like, we created the Torment Nexus from the hit book, Don't Create the Torment Nexus, every single time. That's why I'm so suspicious of like a lot of these products and stuff, because they do. We end up making the Torment Nexus a lot every time. Trans fats was one of those. There are going to be more, and there have been more. Don't get it twisted. All right, let's. Oh, jeez. Dylan Beauchamp, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah, and then as for like saturated fat, so you don't have to worry like too much. I mean, saturated fat's a complicated subject, and honestly, there's heavy debate about this right now in nutrition. So I'm not willing to take like a very super strong stance on it. There are concerns it raises LDL, which again is the cholesterol you do not want raised. But that's all about a balance. Thanks, Mint. Thanks for the drink. Right? It's all about a balance. So if your HDL is really, really high and your LDL is like, you know, all right, that's like generally pretty okay. I think my opinion on saturated fat is limited amounts. I don't think it's straight up good for you. Like, I don't think you should saturated fat max or anything like that. But I think that if you have like within the daily recommended amount, you don't really have to worry about it, right? Like a handful of grams per day from meat and stuff like that. Again, if you do have heart disease or if you have issues with your heart or a family history of stuff like that, family history of bad cholesterol, that's when I'd start trying to avoid saturated fats more so. But again, as I always say, there are some people who can eat a whole pound of beef every single day or steaks every single day and their cholesterol will not move a single degree. So it really depends. But there are some people who are hypersensitive to it and will their cholesterol will go crazy when they eat saturated fats. And you never really know if that's you or not until you get it tested. So just be careful. But it's not evil. It's not evil. It's in a lot of natural products and it is a natural fat, right? It's not like trans fat. It's not artificial. So yeah, it's like fine. It's fine. It's just not like optimal, right? It's not optimal. Optimal would be things like, you know, fats from fish and nuts and olive oil and things like that for the most part. All right, let's see here. Next question. When counting my calories, do I want to weigh my proteins before or after cooking them? Very good question. Holy shit. Let's go. Okay. Labels are going to be based on how they are given to you. So if you get a raw chicken breast, the weight is raw. Okay, and the calories are based on raw weight. That's why you'll notice if you look at raw versus grilled chicken, you'll see, for example, if you go and get a raw chicken breast, boneless, skinless chicken breast from the grocery store, it will say something to the effect of 120 calories per 4 ounces. But if you go get chicken strips, pre-grilled, pre-cooked, boneless, skinless chicken breast strips from like, you know, all the big brands and stuff like that, like Purdue, you'll see it say 120 calories per 3 ounces. And that's because what the form you're receiving it in is the form that the nutrition label is accounting for. So use it like that because the calories won't change. Water is what's being cooked out weight-wise, right? So when it comes to proteins, just weigh them before because that's what the nutrition label is based on if you get them raw. If you get them cooked, weigh them as that nutrition label says. But don't try to weigh something in a form that the nutrition label does not indicate unless it says that much. It tells you something, right? Pasta Pass goes live in 14 minutes. Oh, shit. Okay. Hold on. Let me just like get it queued up here. I need to go off screen for a second here. I need to hide this. Give me a moment. I don't want to put in all my personal information. That would be bad. All right, let's see here. You guys can't see anything, right? All right, 12 minutes. Is there oh no, okay, wait, there's no like, okay, it's just a countdown. You can't even pre-register or anything like that. All right, we just gotta wait for it then. Gotta wait for it. Disable your toggles. Oh, good point, because they're probably gonna make me put in my credit card information, huh? I didn't think about that. Pasta. I didn't think about that. Let me go get my credit card. Okay, you click buy now, then pray. I hope it's not like a race to who can input their information first. That would be bad. I'm 100% going to lose this, by the way. I lose these all the time. Like back in the day when I was doing like Pokemon queues for like opening packs. You don't just remember it? No, I used to, but I have like a bunch of credit cards, so. I don't. I believe in me. I want to believe in me winning, but I always lose these. I always lose. Oh, you get 8 minutes once it's in your cart. That is so good, actually. Hold on, let me like get it ready with like my shields down on the site and stuff like that. Okay, cool. So we'll just watch the time. We'll watch the time carefully. Okay, back to the questions. So yeah, you want to weigh things before cooking them if that's the form that they came in. And the nutrition label is based on that, right? Otherwise, you're going to accidentally give yourself more calories. Because if you know, for example, if you weigh 4 ounces after the fact, that's no longer 120 calories. That's 165. I'm trying to buy the Pasta Pass, the Olive Garden Unlimited Pasta Pass, because if we found out it's actually a crazy deal. Command, you got to hear this. So Olive Garden's putting out a pass where unlimited visits, 13 weeks straight of free pasta for $100. Or not free. You pay $100 to get a pass, and you can use it as much as you want. And you go to, yeah, it's limited edition. There's only 10,000 of them. Use it as much as you want, and you can go to Olive Garden and eat as much as you want. Unlimited, right? What we found out, though, is it comes with unlimited toppings, including protein. They specifically singled out protein. It also comes with unlimited super salad and breadsticks. So, like, you just ohm at it. Yeah, oh shit is right? You just ohm at it, and your food expenses are now 1/10 of what they used to be. It's crazy. Yeah, Addy needs to give them a lag switch so I get ping advantage. Very true. So here's looking and practicing crochet. Oh, the pass sounds amazing. Oh yeah, I'll get to your question, Green Boy. I do see it probably up here. Soup or, yeah, super salad? It could be. It could be. So yeah, way in before cooking. Way in before cooking. All right, let's see. So I'm currently recovering from a wrist injury due to being done with arm curls. Pretty sure it's a tear because this has been going on for a few weeks now. What is your opinion on light therapy? My wife got this device that generates heat vibrations and emits different light color depending on what you're using it for. She uses it for swelling. Is red light apparently helps athletic injuries. Thoughts? All right. I will say, just as ahead of time, this isn't an area I have too much information in. I'm kind of an amateur here. I don't have a lot of backed up studies or anything in my mind that I can reference. I will say light therapy, I'm not sure. I do know that red light does seem to be good for skin, straight up. Like, it seems like red light therapy does work for some applications, especially for like skin damage and things like that. Heat could definitely help in certain circumstances. Vibrations could, light use could help in a way, right? Stimulating things can absolutely help. I'm just not sure if red light works on athletic injuries. Like, I don't know enough about the mechanism. This is a not sure for me. I'm in the queue now myself. Hell yeah. This is a not sure for me. I don't really have any information on this. I haven't looked into it. So it might help. I mean, I don't know if it does or doesn't. I've just never even ran across the use of red light. Like, this is the first I'm ever hearing of red light being used to heal injuries over being used as some, like, a skin thing, right? But I guess, I mean, if it does heal the skin, no, I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, I can't say with good confidence, unfortunately. Sorry, I don't have info on this one. That's a gap in my knowledge. I'll let you know if I see improvements in a few weeks. Yeah, I'll look into that, too. I'll do some research on that off stream if I remember. All right, let's see. Hey, Sclim, what exercises do you recommend for recorrecting head posture? My work requires sitting at a desk most of the day. Thanks for the help, yo. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, posture's tough. There are posture exercises, but the problem with posture, and the big thing with posture, is you kind of just have to fix your posture. Like, that's the thing, is like, you kind of have to constantly check yourself and give yourself the tools that will fix your posture on their own. Now, obviously, it's good to develop muscles, right? So it's good to have like muscles in all areas and make sure you're working everything out, so you're not like weighed down one way or the other, right? Like, for example, if your right arm was heavier than your left arm, you might have a posture problem because one's going to sag lower. So just make sure you're working your body out equally in general and working your body out at all. But when it comes to posture, yeah, you kind of just have to like look into good posture and then constantly think about it. So get a chair or a standing position, maybe a standing desk or a sitting position that forces you into good posture. One thing I like doing is, and this is something that any office should accommodate, raise your monitor up higher. Get that monitor really high so you have to look up towards it or even look neutral towards it. So like the center of my monitor is exactly level with my head being at neutral. So I know my head posture is good when I'm looking at the center of my monitor because it can't not be. Otherwise I'd be like, you know, like, I don't know, like looking up like an IMAX screen or something like that. Yeah, get monitor at eye level. Get monitor at eye level. But then you do have to constantly think about it. Much like how you have to think about like getting up to stretch every hour or so when you're sitting down. You have to think about like, okay, what's my posture right now? I need to fix it. And that's kind of one of the best things you can do. Let's see. Red light therapy promotes the release of endorphins and reduces inflammation in muscles and joints, aiding conditions like arthritis. So that's the thing, is like, I need to see the data though, Samurai, because there's a lot of claims that are made about stuff like that, where they're like, yeah, this is theoretically how this works, but like, I need to see, for me to be confident saying that, I need to see like, do we have a proven study that shows that person injured exposed to red light versus not exposed to red light heals faster, right? I need that study, and it might exist. I just don't know about it. I haven't looked into that at all. This is the first I've ever heard about it for injury help. So, yeah, maybe. I wouldn't be surprised, because there are the light thing seems to be important. Am I shrimping? If yes, stand. Yeah, it's my best stuff is like try to change your environment somehow so it promotes good posture, and then you'll naturally fix your posture. But posture correcting exercise, like I said, you kind of just want to be balanced on everything and stretch everything. Stretching helps too. And I know that, like, you know, it's good every once in a while. I know when I walk sometimes I tend to look towards the ground, and so it's good to remind myself, like, hey, look up at the sky instead for a little bit, you know? Get some variety there. All right, let's see. Next question. Hey, Sclim. I've been running about 20 miles each week for a couple months. Nice work. I'm fine during a run, but after, the front of my hips feel sore and stiff. Reddit says it's probably because my glutes are too weak. What do you think? If it's weak glutes, what can I do at home or Planet Fitness to help fix it? Or will the problem solve itself if I just keep running? All right, actually, this is a banger one. So, if the front of your hips feel sore and stiff, you're probably actually not running with proper form. You might be leaning like too far forward or something like that, or not leaning, you know, far back enough. Yeah, squat. True. Absolutely true. You found it on Harvard Health? Nice. I'll have to see it. I'll have to look into that. I want to see, like, if I can get like a PubMed human randomized control trial, that'd be awesome. But yeah, this could be a running form thing. It could be that your form or even your shoes are off, that are causing it to not activate properly, or you're not moving your legs properly, right? That's another thing. Running form's very weird, and it's fairly individual as well because of gait and stuff like that. So you might just want to, like, I would almost say see someone and keep trying to change your form and see if any form changes to how you run fix the problem. But if it is that your glutes are too weak, and that is one of the reasons, then absolutely you can go to the gym and you can work out your glutes. So squats are all right. They're not primarily a glute workout. They're just like a core workout and a quad workout. That's great. It's good to squat still, but you can make them a glute workout depending on how you squat. Like if you're doing a hack squat with a certain leg position, could be good for glutes. But what's really good here is like hip thrusts, right? That's a good glute exercise as well. You can do things like RDLs. There's a lot of glute focused exercise. Even kickbacks in this case, I think work pretty well. So that is something to look at if you think you do have weak glutes, and that is the factor, but also mess with the running form. It might be that. Have someone run along with a life-size mirror. Yeah, very comedically. Have someone run with a life-size mirror. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Ooh, I can actually help with this one. Hey, Mr. Sclimbo VTuber male, former name. I'm someone who is currently starting to have sciatic nerve pain. I was wondering if you have any stretches, exercises, or tips that you might think would help. So I can help with this to an extent, only because I had it happen to me. So I'm usually not, and I still am not, like, I'm not a physical therapist, right? When it comes to injury or things like that. I'm not like a stretch expert. I do have some training on stretching, but I'm not like an expert in stretching and stuff like that, right? But I specifically have had this happen to me. Yeah, sciatic pain is annoying, right? And it runs down your leg and stuff like that. You can absolutely fix this with stretching in many cases, unless it's caused by like a pinch or something like that. I like the 90-90 stretch for this, which is like a hip opening stretch. It's a really good one. I think that there's a really good one where you like kind of cross your leg in front of your body and lean into it. It's like, again, a variation of the 90-90. That's just an incredible one in general. Moving more helps, sitting less helps, stretching helps, squatting helps. Really just moving and getting articulation in your lower body will help a lot. But yeah, stretches are the big ones, because the band that causes like a lot of sciatic pain runs like down your hip basically into the knee. So yeah, there's a lot to open that up. But I really think the 90-90 is a banger for this one. That's like my go-to. And you could just look up 90-90 stretch and that'll tell you. And you'll see it right there. But that would be my first recommendation. And then, of course, it could be caused by something deeper, right? Like it could be an active pinch or something you can't solve just by stretching, but it's still a good idea to stretch. So it's good to do regardless. Let's see. Next question. Okay, we do have 2 minutes on the never-ending pasta. We do have 2 minutes on never-ending pasta. I'm going to, at 1 more minute left, stand by and start spamming refresh and crash the website. I imagine I have to refresh. I imagine it's not going to activate on its own is the problem. So we're going to see if we can get through this question. Is it okay that I just kind of do whatever for fitness? By that, I mean, I get my step goal, I do my running, lift 3 times a week heavy, and then do yoga and kind of just hit my kettlebells and do push-ups. Like sporadically. I'm just shooting for general fitness and muscle building, but I'm no competitor, and seems like I don't need to be as hard on myself as I usually am for missing a few things here or there, or going down on my bench weight because I was feeling a little tired, so I lifted 150 instead of 170. It says not to refresh. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is actually super fine. This is actually a very healthy way to work out, I think. Like, again, and you say it right here. You're not a competitor. You're not trying to build muscle optimally. You're just shooting for general fitness. And as far as general fitness goes, getting your step goal, doing running and lifting heavy 3 times a week, and yoga, you're doing it. And kettlebells, you're doing it all. You're doing it all. You're great. You're absolutely awesome. I will continue answering this in a moment, but we're now in the under a minute moment. So I'm going to attempt the pasta timer here. We are activating the pasta timer in 30 seconds. I will refresh the site once right now. Okay. I'm there. If we lock this in, this is huge for us. This is so big for us. If we lock this in, I will 100% take advantage of this at least like 3 times per week for probably most of my calories. You can do it, I believe. 16 seconds. I mean, you just got to get lucky, right? That my internet loads faster than everyone else's, unless there's bots. There's probably bots. People will probably try to resell this. Actually, it might be hard to because you have to have a name on it that can't change. That'd be hard to sign up in bot forums. All right, here we go. Lock in. Boom. Let's see. Boom. Boom. Oh, loading. Hold on. Joining queue. About 100,000 ahead of you. Well, I don't think we made it, chat. I don't think we made it, chat. I got about 100,000 ahead of me. No, it's okay. You never know. Hey, I need 90% of them to drop out to win. Just got free sandwiches. Love when the big wigs come in and get too much food. Yeah, some of them might quit hold. Well, okay, so here's the problem. Hold, but I also need to stream. I need to, hold on. Let me can I pull this tab? Hold on. Can I pull this tab and have it not reload the tab? I wonder. Because I need this tab. All right, here's a question. If I pull the tab out, does it refresh? Because I want to put it on its own window. You should be able to. All right, let's try this. If I lose, it's so over. Okay, it's good. Okay, I now have it up on my other monitor. Let me make it smaller. That's insane. If we get this, it's so big. Hold on, let me minimize this. I need to lower the size so I can just have a window here. Okay. So now it's not in the way of stream. All right, we're chilling. Hold on. All right, let's see. You're on edge, just fevering along. Yeah, I have a main. Well, so I have a laptop, but I stream on 2 monitors. It's connected to an external. So it's on my laptop monitor right now, not my main one. We're on to you. No, I attached, my laptop has an HDMI and I have a 1080p monitor right in front of me that's big, and then my laptop is I think 2560 by 14 or by 1600 or something. The laptop's doing great, actually. The laptop's working really well and perfect and beautiful and never dropping stuff ever because it's great and I never have any problems and we get to stream whatever we want and it's perfect and beautiful and also 14 inches. All right, back to the questions. Scrimp check. I should go to ads. Actually, we still got time because we were late on ads before. Okay, back to the question. All right, let's see here. Yeah, so that's actually totally fine that you do that. It's so fine that you do that. I think this is a really great way to be. And yeah, if you feel a little tired on certain days, it's totally fine to go down. Just don't let yourself slack is all I would say. If you're capable of 170, don't permanently go down to 150 because you're feeling tired, right? Try to stay at 170 because otherwise you're kind of getting in a habit of not letting yourself be tricked into doing less. So still try to push that. But if you're tired for a day, absolutely. You don't have any specific goals. Fitness is all about health for a lifetime. So you're doing perfect and you're doing a lot too, which is really good. So I highly recommend this. If that's your natural inclination, go right ahead. All right, let's see. A couple more questions. Next up, I have a very severe allergy to lemons in specific. I can eat oranges, limes, and grapefruits and all other forms of citrus, but everything with lemons in it will put me in the hospital. Is there any nutrients I'm missing out on due to my allergy? I don't think so. I think you're good. Because, I mean, think about it this way. A lemon allergy? Well, think about it this way, right? How many people do you know that are eating lemons? People don't normally eat lemons as part of their diet. They eat oranges and limes and grapefruit, so you're actually totally fine. Yeah, you can't have lemonade. You miss a few things, but pirates, yeah, I guess pirates. Lemons are a garnish. No strong zero. Yeah, limes are better anyway. I agree with that. You can actually have lime. But yeah, no, you're totally fine. The big thing, obviously, there's a lot of different nutrients in any fruit. And there's a lot of fiber and a lot of variety of things. But like the big thing people talk about is vitamin C, right? And you get that from the other citrus fruits and stuff. So, in fact, things like oranges, if I remember correctly, I believe like the idea that oranges are like the vitamin C fruit, and obviously lemons are, but the idea that like oranges are is actually funny because I think like kiwis have like 3 times the vitamin C of oranges. So it's like a lot of that's marketing. But yeah, no, you're fine. You're so fine. Because also think about it, like the average person is not eating lemons, so that you're just, it doesn't change very much for you. It doesn't change very much for you, I would say. You think sailors had kiwis? No. You know? What's a good exercise to work like the sides of your abs? The obliques, if you would. The front of your abs is obvious, back's pretty obvious. My sides feel particularly untoned versus my front and back. Yeah, so a lot of twisting exercises will help here. So Russian twists are one, like kettlebell twists. There are some machines that do oblique twists. That's another one. You can also, if you don't have a lot of equipment, when you're doing hanging leg raises, you can go from different sides, right? So rather than just straight up, you can go slightly angled left, slightly angled right, and do twists that way. And that can help there. But yeah, it's mostly the twisting motion that's going to work the sides. Is what you want to do. So anything weighted with the twisting motion. In fact, I actually saw Megino sent me something that was really cool. It was a TikTok, and it was a girl being like, if you're a neurodivergent and in your 30s, you should train by using an ancient weapon. And it was just a lady with a like mace, swinging the mace back and forth, and that's her strength training. And I'm like, yeah, well, actually, you're carrying weight and doing a twisting motion. Absolutely, sure. So yeah, you could carry around an ancient battle implement and twist too in practice form. I think it's great. Yeah, I think it's great. So absolutely you can do that. Absolutely. The hammer workouts, yeah, those are pretty solid. Those are pretty solid too. So I'm thinking yes. I'm thinking yes on all aspects. You can totally do that. Yeah, if you want to swing a big heavy weapon around with good form, absolutely. It's training for when the LARP is no longer LARP, yeah. An excuse to pick up your Guandao practice. Oh, are you cultivating Aoda? Holy shit. All right, let's see. Hi, Sclim. In recent months, I have been having issues with cramps that run up from the soles of my feet to my calves. I've been woken up by very bad cramp many times, and discomfort persists for a couple days. Oh my God. It started limiting what I can do in body pump classes, and I have the sensation that my sole and calf tendons are on a hair trigger. Is there anything I can do, or should I just go to the doctor? You might be deficient in a nutrient here. It could be that you have very tight, like Achilles tendon. I have known people actually who have had very tight Achilles tendons and had to have surgeries for it. But that's usually a genetic thing. That's usually something they were born with and not something that developed, right? Like a shortening of their Achilles tendon. I guess it could happen if it like degraded or something, but probably not, because that is one that we tend to use a lot. This could be a nutrient deficiency. This could be that, or something weird with like, I don't know. Yeah, there could be something medical here, or nutrient deficiency maybe. I mean, make sure you're eating enough potassium would be the big number one, right? Make sure you're hydrated enough. Make sure you're having enough potassium. This could be like a muscle spasm, a localized thing, but it also could just be potassium. You know? Yeah, when you don't drink enough. Yeah, this could be water, potassium. Once again, check out your local HEMA group. Doubly so if you're queer. There's so many more of us than you would think. Yo, queer swords people, let's go. that rocks. I should go to HEMA. Actually, I had a friend who did HEMA. I would like it. It'd be fun. That'd be really cool. I used to like, I mean, HEMA's just a more advanced version of like roleplay, you know? But it rocks, yeah. It rocks. You'd be great. Oh, it'd be awesome. It'd be so fun. I like getting in character too. Hold on, I got a DM I want to check really quick because it's about the Dream Elements thing we were trying to figure out. Give me a sec here. Let me just read something. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, maybe it's down or something. Just to answer, hold on. I'm gonna answer this question that happened. I assume this person is watching stream, so I'll just answer here without saying much. Maybe it's down. I don't know why I did that. It's not. It didn't go through on my end either. It didn't go through on my end. Thank you for the attempt. Thank you very much for the attempt. I do very much appreciate that. I think like if it's not working and you still felt like doing it, I don't know. Bits could work there. Hold on, let me like just double check something really quick. Sorry, bear with me, chat. Bear with me. I wanna see that if this works. Because I was like, I think bits have a good conversion. And I think that... I don't think I have it. Actually, I think I have a fund up right now on Throne, but I don't think that conversion's great either. Hold on a second. Let me just check my stream elements, because I'm getting told that the tip thing is not working right now. That's what we're talking about, just to clarify for everybody. I'm getting told that stream elements tips is not functioning. Let me see. It looks like it's working on my end. Hold on. Wait. Did it get disconnected? Oh, hold on. Maybe it got disconnected. Let me try something. Sorry, I'm doing this live. Okay, this is going to take too long. I can't do this live on stream. No, unfortunately. That's going to take too long. I think it might have gotten disconnected or something, though. But, okay, I'm here. Yeah, no, it looks like it got disconnected. Sorry, we're troubleshooting stream elements tips. So for the meantime, I think, like, I don't know. I think there's something on Throne. I think there's like a dono thing on Throne. And I think that bits might have a good conversion. Because I think subs are like 50%, but I think bits are much more. I think it's like 90% or something. But thank you for the attempt regardless. All right, let's continue answering questions. Sorry for the detour there. We're just figuring out what was going on. Hi, Sclim. In recent months... All right, this was this question. Yeah, I would... if it's really severe and it keeps happening, try nutrition first, right? Try potassium. You can get a lot of that from like bananas, potatoes, things like that. Try potassium, try hydration. If that doesn't fix it, I'd maybe go talk to a doctor. That might be something else, like a muscle spasm or something, or a pinched nerve causing that. Could be. That'd be my guess. But yeah, that doesn't sound normal if it just keeps happening. And especially if it's like waking you up and it's soles of your feet to your calves. I mean, that does sound like it might be like Achilles tendon or something. I do know there's that tech that somebody talked about where, like, I haven't tried it myself, but like when you get a cramp, you just get up and walk, and it like seems to help before it happens, but that can only be before it happens, right? A zinc deficiency could also contribute to it. Yeah, something to try. Many things to try there, but that's what I would try out. Just my guess. Yo, Sclim, for the most part, the only exercise I do lately is like play football/soccer, like somewhat regularly, roughly every 2 to 3 days. Could that be enough for like cardio, or do I need to go to the gym more again to maintain my body? Actually, I think that's plenty. If you're doing soccer every 2 to 3 days, that is plenty of cardio for like normal health. Absolutely. Because generally you want to get like, you know, I think it's like an hour of movement every day or something like that, right? And that doesn't even just have to be, that's not high energy cardio. Hey, Neko, welcome. That's just movement in general, right? So if you're doing like 90-minute soccer games and that's like high cardio, you're chilling. You're so chilling every 2 to 3 days. I'd say that's plenty cardio. Lifting would be something you'd want to look into still, because it's just good to have more muscle on you in general. It's protective. It increases your metabolism. These are good things generally for staying in shape and staying fit. So I would look into lifting, but like you're good on cardio. Totally good on cardio. Just make sure you're walking as well. Yeah, 6 to 7 hours of moderate activity a week is the official line. Yeah, and you're hitting that for sure. In 3, if you're doing like 3 soccer to 90-minute sessions per week, you're chilling. You're absolutely chilling, I would say. Because soccer is like, I used to play soccer. Soccer is heavy. You are panting during soccer, unless you're the goalie. But I imagine you're not. Get up and play an hour a day, as the old Saturday morning cartoon blocks would say. Very true, very true. I still try to do that. I'd like to, you know, it's actually like a good way to phrase it too, is I wish it was play. And I think it's good to phrase it as play. Even as an adult, right? It should be an hour of play. Get up and play an hour a day. And I think the get up part of that also works. Like, I think get up and play an hour a day, in my mind, also means like when you wake up, get up and play. That's how I do it. And obviously not everyone's a morning person. I do think it's good to get sun and exposure to sun right after you wake up. I think it does help your circadian rhythm, and it helps you wake up and stuff like that naturally. There's also something about movement. I remember seeing this whole essay, basically, or a speech about like something with peripheral movement when you wake up that helps wake up your mind. And that means like walking, like locomotion and movement to your peripheries helps like wake up your mind. So I think like, yeah, like taking it to heart, like get up and play. That's how I tend to think about it. I wish there was more play style stuff I can do, but like the first thing I do when I get up is go outside and just do stuff. Like, you know, I usually will just go for a walk, right? Because it's like a sustainable thing. It's like, yeah, go walk in the woods, go jog or something like that. Go walk and jog. There's, you know, on my walking route recently, I've been going on this route that passes like a playground, a public playground. And it's not like a school playground or anything, right? So it's not like, you know, there are kids there. But if no one's there, I'll go do pull-ups. I'll go do like pull-ups on the monkey bars. I'll just like play around a little bit, right? So it's good to get up and just play. I think it's really, really good. Pretty flat around here. You can bike to the store. That's a good idea too, yeah. But like, I think ideally just getting up and running around. I think a lot about like trying to live like I'm a kid is something I think about a lot. And I don't mean that in any sort of weird way, obviously. I mean that in like a how a kid just gets up and goes, you know? Like I remember being younger and it would just kind of be like, okay, my eyes open and I am out of bed and doing something in a minute, right? Like eyes open, jump out of bed, and you go start something. And I really think about like my dad. I remember talking to my dad about this and he would tell me about like some stummers he would have. He used to basically have like this marshland area near him, and like there was, you know, water too and boats and stuff like that. And when he was a teenager, he like worked at the docks kind of. But he used to tell me how when he was a teenager during the summers, he would literally just sleep outside. Like he had a house obviously, but he really liked being outside, kind of like I do. So he would just sleep outside all summer, and he would like wake up in the tent and then just get up barefoot and go walk to his friend's house and do shit, right? Like he'd be in his swim trunks already. He'd just wake up from the tent and immediately transition from that to walk over to the friend's house and go play on the beach. And I think about that a lot in like the whole just trying to mitigate responsibility to the extent that you can kind of just get up and go play and stuff, right? Without having decision paralysis, because that's a big thing. We've talked about this a bunch before, but like just from a general health perspective, like decision paralysis is huge, and it's a big part of modern life. We make way more decisions than we used to in our like hunter-gatherer past, and it does lock us up a lot, and it does fatigue us mentally. So like, you know, when you wake up and you have to think like, okay, eyes open, and the first thing you think about is, I have a presentation at work today. I need to make sure I bring this USB. What clothes should I wear? What should I have for breakfast? I need to get this thing for my son's art project today. I need to fill up my car with gas. Like one frame after waking up, you have now 12 decisions to make about what you're doing that day and how it's going to be done, right? That is not how it used to work. And that is not how our bodies work properly. It's good to have a limited number of decisions, just like it is for hobbies, right? So it's like, if you can tier your life in a way so that there are less decisions you have to make, you will feel mentally less stressed out. And I think that's a good example of that too, is like, if you just don't have anything around you, it's not like, right, like you don't even have your phone near you when you wake up, right? You don't have to make the decisions about, do I open Twitter or TikTok? You just get up and go. And you don't look at it, right? So trying to manufacture a morning where you just kind of get up and go, I think is really good. Finnish Sclimbo would literally be found befriending bears in the woods. Yeah. You think I'd do great in Finland? Yeah, probably. I bought 8 identical shirts to stop making decisions about what I wear. Yeah, I kind of do the same. I've never really cared about what I wear, so I always just kind of like pick stuff. If somebody picked clothes for me, I really wouldn't mind. I've actually said this for a while, but like if I ever had, you know, if I ever had a partner, and if I ever had like I got married and stuff like that, or had like a long-term like girlfriend, they could totally just, I'd wear whatever they wanted. I don't care. If they were like, oh yeah, this will look good on you, I'd be like, cool. Like, I don't care. As long as it feels comfortable, like they can pick it out. I don't care. It makes it, I don't have to think about it. That's awesome if they want to do that. Otherwise, I'm going to be wearing tank tops and shorts. The Sclimbo doll. Yeah, you can dress me any way you want. The only thing Sclimbo would hate in Finland would be the mosquitoes. Yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah, dress up Sclimbo flash game. Funny you say that. Very funny you say that, Amelia. Look forward to it. Moving on. And Sclimbo made outfit. Well, you know, there are some barriers. There are some barriers, for sure. There are some. Yeah, the pit crew. Oh, you know about that? There's some barriers for sure. Like, yes, I'm not gonna wear the maid outfit in public. Like, you know, we were robbed of Bunny Girl Sclim. Some barriers. Those subjects can be broached in private. Yo, what's Sclim made? Oh my god. Etu did show it off once. Okay, I didn't know if Etu showed it off. Yeah, there is I'll just tell you, there's a Sclimbo pit crew being worked on, and it is very robust. There's you can put on a wide variety of parts and outfits and accessories, and I think there are hundreds of them, and it is being worked on. It's very cool. And I think it's like mostly done even. I think it's like mostly done. So that will be coming at some point. So yeah, there is a Sclimbo dress up coming effectively. The Ken doll Sclimbo, yeah. I'm just Ken, you know? But yeah, I think a lot about that. I think a lot about like just trying to make it so that your days are kind of like, you know, wake up and go E. And a good way to do that I found recently that I've discussed is like writing your plan out for tomorrow in a journal the night before, or putting it in your phones as notes so you don't have to make decisions. So you've already made the decisions, right? Like make the decisions when you're already fatigued the night before mentally, right? So you're like, okay, well, I'm about to go to bed. I'm already tired, but you know, I'm going to do this in this order, or I'm going to go have this for breakfast and I'm going to walk here and I'm going to do this, so that when you wake up, you don't have to think. You just go, okay, and then follow the instructions. I think that helps. I think it's really fun, actually. You go, okay, yay. And it also helps because you like have a set of instructions for the day, right? So you don't like, if you wake up and you don't know what you're doing, you're more likely to waste time thinking about it. I know I do this, right? Like if I wake up and I feel bad, I'll spend like, or if I wake up and it's like a little like too hot out or too cold out, I will spend just like a long time sitting on my couch being like, oh, what's like the optimal play for this morning? Like, should I go now? Where should I go? How should I lift? When should I lift? Should I not lift today? Like I will sit there for 40 minutes thinking about how I'm going to execute the next 3 hours. It's really inefficient. But if I have it written down already, I don't care. I'm like, well, this is what I'm doing. All right, cool. Boom. It's a lot easier to stick to it that way too. So I would recommend that. That'd be a banger recommendation. A banger recommendation. Yeah, Pasta Paradise is still loading over here, unfortunately. It looks like we're not winning the pasta game. Or it's going to take a long time. It still says there's 100,000 people ahead of us. It has been 8 minutes, too. So shouldn't it say, like, hey, man, you lost? Or something? I imagine at this point. Oh, God, it looks so good. If I get this, oh, that's game changer. Screw it. I'll go, like, every night. Why not? Why not? If I get car access, you know? Bot's trying to scalp it. Yeah, but don't they have 8 minutes to fill it out? Shouldn't we know that they're all sold by now? You should totally cover that song. It would be cool, I think. Yeah, I should. I should cover I'm Just Ken. You're so right. You're so right. I've definitely never done that before. I've definitely never done exactly that before in a full VTuber 3D live concert in the Sclimbo factory. Maybe I'll do it again. Maybe I'll do it again. Definitely never. Okay. I was thinking about it. I will be honest because I don't think it's happening, but Div, I did consider it. I did consider coinciding 2.0, part of 2.0 being a I'm Just Ken cover. I did think about it, but I don't think it's gonna happen at this point. I want to get like, it's not enough. Like I looked into it, I looked into doing it, and it's not good enough to be any different than my first version. And I want to do it again next time when I'm much better at it. So I'm not good enough yet where it's that vastly different. So I'd kind of just be doing it again. And I was like, I could always just play it again. I could always just play the audio I already have. I already have it mixed and everything from when I did it before. I could just replay it. You tried rejoining another browser? It's at 500k? Damn. Yeah, how could you even scalp this? I really don't know. I do want to be a Knuff. I am Knuff. Someone auto-tune it? No, it's already done. I have it's fully produced. Like, I did release it as a cover when I was in the Sclimbo factory. So, like, I have a fully mixed and produced cover of I'm Just Ken. It's just private now because, you know, reasons, right? Because, you know, I've heard tell that sometimes when VTubers join agencies, they private their PL. I've heard tell about that. You know, if you catch my drift. So it might already, it's just there. I have it. It's done. Nowhere's no, but they don't talk. Yeah, nowhere's no, but they don't talk. I'm also not super opposed to it being referenced. I'm never going to say it live on stream, but you know, people can know. That's fine. That's totally fine. I'm proud of it. It was cool. But it's a foggy memory. I can't remember anything about it. My memory's foggy since I've been in the Sclim factory. I can't remember. But I don't know. Maybe my memory's changing. There's a lot happening. There's a lot happening. It's a lot. It's a lot. By the way, you guys should come by stream tomorrow. For no reason. You guys might want to hang. You might want to be there tomorrow. for no reason at all. On tomorrow's stream near the beginning for no reason at all. Yeah, I think you should. I think you should. The test audience in the factory. Yeah, I think you should maybe. I think you should maybe be come to stream tomorrow at like around the start time. No reason. Hey, Lance. All right, let's see. Are there any more questions here? Only come if you give us the song. I mean, I could play it at any time. It's, you know, it's not. Yeah, I could play it any time. Would it be a bad time for me to stop trying to get first? No, it's up to you. Can it be a 6-7 bait? Nuh-uh. I do have to go to ad break though. All right, I think we're good with fitness questions. Let me see. Is there anything else I wanted to talk about? We kind of did our fiber stuff. Yeah, we're all good. Okay, so here's the plan, folks. Here's the plan. There is something that we've been meaning to do, and it's a pretty good time to do it, I think. Let's check out the UFO files. The US government has been releasing trenches of files about UFOs and videos of UFOs that the government has been releasing themselves. We've been looking at these on stream. Release number 4 is out, and we haven't looked at it yet. And that's what we're going to do here today, right now, after ad break. Tease, gotcha. All right, we're going to be gone for 4 minutes, everybody. I will see you in 4 minutes, and we'll take a look at the UFO files. I have them up already, and we'll do all that good stuff. But I will be right back, and I will see you on the other side. I'm going to get a stretch. I'm going to go have some pineapple. Be right back. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Are you guys ready for aliens? You guys ready for some aliens? Now, I haven't looked at this, but I've heard there's some sauce in here. I've heard they've got some goodies, some good vids, some hot flicks, if you would, and some cool stuff. So welcome back from ads, everyone. Let's look at the UFO files. This might be a The truth is out there. Do I want to go full screen for this one? I probably do. Let's see about doing that. Yeah, let's see about doing full screen. Okay, hold on. Usually I don't, but I know it's been a problem with the videos. So let's see what happens if I click. How does that look? And then if I do this. This is a rare one for us, everybody. Actually, I think I want full screen gaming for this. Hold on. Stand by. What if I put it up where I'd normally put games? What then? Where's my browser? Window capture. We are browsers on a mission. Oh, wait, what? Window capture? Doko? There we go. And we will go here. There we go. Cool. Yeah, let's just do it like this, because then we can actually look at the, oh, wait, it's not full screen. Hold on. Why is it a different resolution? Wait, what? What? Well, I guess that's fine, because I can do this now. And then do, like, we can cut off some of the edges. Something like that. Yeah, it should be fine. I think everything's in the center of the screen. We'll see if it's not. Guys? Oh, wait, I'm not there. He was showing thong? Nuh-uh. I forgot that I kind of do need to be there. There we go. That's more like it. That's more like it. And now you're here too, chat. Isn't that good? Isn't that nice? Wait, I wasn't showing thong. What do you mean? I wasn't showing thong. Anyway, all right, let's take a look. So these are USO files number 4. I have you guys on the second monitor. So I can't see OBS. But that's fine. That's like when we play a full screen game. It's not that different. So, all right, let's see what we got going on here. You let me know if anything shuts off. There's no thong. I don't know what I don't know what they're coming up with. There's no thong. There's no thong. But this is July 10th release, trench number 4. And we got 4 pages. Nothing crazy, but plenty to go through. All right, let's see what we got. We should get some spooky music. I think we should get some spooky background music. Hold on. And then we get some like free BGM alien music. Let's see. Royalty free suspense BGM. Something like that. Get some like suspenseful thriller background music and loop it or something. What's this? I don't want it to be too hardcore. Oh!
Face of Mars.
No, that one's more Halloween-y. That one's kind of... How about this mystery investigation crime? That looks pretty good. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. All right, set the tone. Set the tone. I'm gonna lower it just a little bit, but... Because I don't want it to be, like, super loud. I just want it to be there, you know? Okay, everyone. The government files. Let's take a look. Going hog wild's fun over here. That's fine. I think it's like the dichotomy, right? Get tranched. Thanks. I will get tranched. All right, let's look. UAP D004, Los Alamos Conference on Aerial Phenomenon, 1949. The federal government. Did you know? All right, let's see. A lot of this is just going to be documents from before that we'll probably ignore because we don't go through the documents. We're looking for the photos, the videos, and the interesting stuff. This one, though, I looked at before. This one's actually crazy interesting. So normally that we don't look at these documents, read this description, though, and things will pop out to knowers here. This is really cool. This document is a transcript of a 1949 conference held at Los Alamos Scientific Laboratory, now Los Alamos National Laboratory. So a very famous laboratory. They worked on the atom bomb. Los Alamos, New Mexico. Yeah, 1949. Attendees included several eminent scientists and physicists. Wait until you get some of these names later on. You probably, those who have skipped ahead have seen them. Many of whom have contributed to the development of the first nuclear weapons during the Manhattan Project. Let's see. The purpose of this conference was to discuss and gather hypotheses to account for the nature and origin of a phenomenon involving green fireballs that have been reported over a period of several months in the vicinity of the laboratory. The group did not come to a consensus on a likely attribution for the phenomenon, though a leading hypothesis was that the observations may have been related to meteors entering the atmosphere at a shallow angle and high altitude. Dr. Edward Teller suggested, by the way, guys, Dr. Edward Teller, aka the father of the hydrogen bomb, Dr. Edward Teller, that Dr. Edward Teller, as featured in Oppenheimer, Edward Teller, the Teller, suggested that if not a material body, an electron phenomenon might be the cause, while Dr. Lincoln LaPaz, an expert in specializing in meteoritics, expressed that nothing like this, to his knowledge, has ever been observed in the case of meteorite drops. So this is eminent scientists in Los Alamos directly after, a few years after the creation of the nuclear bomb, discussing UFO-like phenomenon and what could possibly be the cause. Now, the really interesting thing here is plenty of people say that there's a lot of UFO activity for one reason or another around government facilities, especially nuclear facilities. Christopher Nolan crossover episode, right? So the fact that at the nuclear facility, the people who made the Hungarian person mentioned, the people who made the nuclear bomb discussing the UFO phenomenon is crazy that Edward Teller is in here. By the way, I believe, if I remember correctly, Dr. Edward Teller also tried to make a bomb called the Final Bomb that would destroy the entire Earth. And I don't know why he wanted to do that, but he really wanted to do that. He had this idea where he's like, what if I make the final bomb and it blows up everybody? It's the ultimate mutually assured destruction thing. Project Sundial, yeah. And they were like, no, you can't, no. you don't get to make the bomb that destroys the Earth. And he was like, aw, stop making the Torment Nexus, please. Yeah, so that was Dr. Edward Teller. But the fact that he's in here is so interesting, actually. I want to go through and read all this on my own time, because I don't want to read the whole thing here. I mean, I guess we could if I just hit like the download. I'm pretty sure it does that. Hold on, let me, since this is window capture, let me be so careful here. Just see how this works. Okay, yeah, we'll look at this. I didn't want it to just like open up my browser and be like, here's all of your downloads. Yeah, here we go. Check this out. We'll look at it a little bit. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but I do want to, considering people look at this. He wanted the US government to point a gun at the world's head to dare the Soviets to attack. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of radiated holes. Let's see who else was involved with this. Okay, we also have, let's see, Neuberger. I've heard of Neuberger. Commander Wendell Korn, Major Wynn, Captain Neef, La Paz, Maxwell, Morgan, Neuberger, Bradbury. Bradbury's well known, I believe. Holloway, Hoyt, Rains, and Teller. Wow. Hey, Mofu. Let me get that hydrate. Thank you. In the stretchy. Oh, you want to hear a crack? Hold on. Let's get an old man crack here. Ah, there you go. All right, let's see. Dr. Neuberger or Mr. Neuberger opened the conference and stated the subject of aerial phenomenon was classified secret within the meaning of AR 380-5. Okay. Introduced Captain Neef, who briefly outlined the purpose of the meeting. Let's see. It all started back in December 1948 when we first received some reports that some airline pilots were seeing green fireballs. We had no idea what to do with that or what it was. We approached Dr. La Paz, who was the expert. 2 months now, he's been assisting us. And then he's getting everyone up to date, basically. Review what we have observed. In the case of a conventional meteorite fall, not that I have any hope of saying anything you don't already know, but because I regard... Oh, wow, it's full transcript, too. Wow. He's basically saying that it's, like, not working like a normal meteor. It seems. Yeah, there's no increase in light. The fireball was weird. And here's Dr. Teller. At this time, the intensity was approximately constant. All the time, as far as I could determine. The eye, of course, is admittedly a very crude photographer. Oh, wow. So La Paz has seen it himself. Woohoo! Holy shit. Thanks. Never do that again. Okay. Yeah. This is wild. I need to read all of this on my own time. But this is so cool, right? Because, like, again, it's not... I'm not here today to go through every single document and read it all out. I just want to look for the cool stuff, right? I'm not, like, an expert or anything or a UFO guy. In the sense that, like, I'm an expert on UFOs. I just really like them and studying this. But just so cool that these guys are talking about it back then. That's so incredibly cool. Because this is like, again, they told us it was nothing. They told us no one ever, you know, it wasn't a big deal. And then sure enough, they had like the most preeminent scientists of the time who made the nuclear bomb. Like, yo, what's going on? Ah, we're getting attacked by UFOs all the time. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let's see. Flying object incidents in the US, 1949. Yeah, no, UFO sightings go way back. In fact, if you like, I would say maybe like one of the earliest documented cases of what people might think is a UFO was the 1500s, actually. And people do talk about this one a lot, but have you ever heard of the, oh, what was it? Where in Germany was it? The sky battle over was it Brandenburg? It was some German place. And it was really weird. It's from like 1516 or something like that. And it's a painting depicting, and it's called like the sky battle over that city. And it depicts clearly ships in the sky, or what appears to be like ship-looking things in the sky of the city. Just like massive light show. Yeah, Sky Battle of Nuremberg. Thank you. Like a massive light show in the sky and stuff like that, of like objects and weird stuff all over the sky, and like things looking clearly like ships and stuff like that. And it's in the from the 1500s, a painting. That's probably like the first kind of UFO-y type thing of like, that is an unidentified flying object, you know, outside of extrapolations of like, you know, documents from religions and lore saying like, and then they flew down, right? Like that some people will be like, oh yeah, maybe that too. But that was the first one that's like, no, there's shit in the sky. It was weird. It was crazy. So, but like a lot of the early stuff, apparently there was like a lot of pre-World War II stuff too. I know there was a Italian thing in the 20s that was kind of a big deal, apparently, that was talked about recently. It is quite impressionistic. It's something, all right. It's something, all right. All right, let's see here. Project Sign. That was... What the hell is that? Hey, what the hell is that? I mean, clearly it's an experimental aircraft, but what is that? Hi, hey buddy. Full wing aircraft. Yeah, flying wing. I wonder whose this was. Let's see. The report details 100 UFO sightings from 1947 to 1948. The file also contains an article excerpt from the Aeroplane, an aviation focused periodical that published titled The Biology of the Flying Saucer. I think I remember that magazine being referenced somewhere. Yeah, Mallow. That's the story I heard too, is the US picked up a UFO in Italy just before World War II, and the Vatican was the ones who linked the US up with it. Because they had like an in with the mafia who knew about it or something like that. That was the story I heard too, about the pre-World War II incident. I think that's all anyone knows though, because it's like super hush-hush, but yeah, there's something about like the US going after something in the 20s or 30s before World War II in Italy. Yeah, Delta Wing before Delta Wings were cool. Why does the German space battle not have a German Wikipedia page? I don't know. They're trying to hide it from you. Let's see what this is. I kind of want to see where this ship is from. They have an image of this here. Oh, here's some stuff. What do we got here? Oh, shit. Wait, hold on. Okay, they're talking about... Oh, this is like a document of incident reports. Oh, yeah. Okay. Check a look at this. Take a look at this. They got that all documented. We've seen one of these before in the previous ones where it just goes in like order of like all of the reports at the time. And this is extra cool because, again, remind you, this is 1948 or 47. So even back then they have like over 100 reports where they're like, yeah, look at this. Tremendous size C-47 airplane. Well, round or oval. This is so cool. This stuff rocks so much. Oh my god. Like, what were they seeing? Not stated. Oh, just nothing. Color shiny, spelled wrong. What do we got here? Confidential. Yeah, so these are all the report listings. I want to see the images, though. Are those attached to specific reports? Oh, wow. Okay. We actually got some stuff. That looks like a shoe. But interesting. The films taken by Mr. Rhodes. Following data were derived. This is so interesting. It's crazy to see old photos because it's like, well, they weren't drones, right? They weren't drones. It's concluded the image is of true photographic nature and it's not due to imperfections in the emulsion or lack of development. The image exhibits a tail indicating the proper type of distortion due to the type of shutter used, the speed of the object, and the fixed speed of the shutter. The trailing off confirms the general information. The report states the object was seen as approximately 2,000 feet at the time of exposure. Oh, wow. So they're saying, yeah, this is a real photo. We just don't know what it is. Yeah, no, they're saying it's, yeah, someone did touch the film, but they're saying it's the legitimate photo. They just don't know what it is. And it's consistent with speed and shutter and everything like that. Damn, cool. Enhance the whole thing. Now, what's this? Ah, this is the biology of the flying saucer, right? This is the fixed wing design stuff. That's cool. And this was just in a magazine, and they're just referencing it. I guess at this time, they really didn't know what they were looking at, right? And they still don't, maybe. But because they didn't know what they were looking at, I guess they were, as intelligence gathering, grabbing, like, aeronautic magazines talking about this stuff, right? Because they're like, we're seeing fixed-wing aircraft, and here's a magazine about fixed-wing aircrafts to attach to it. Might give some information, you know? Oh, you were on the German article? That would do it. That would do it. So they're like, well, we don't have much info, but check this out. That's like kind of related, right? All right, what do we have here? This is more Project Sign stuff. Let's see, Project Sign report. Yellow Sea 2025. These are way out of order, I gotta say. Oh, we got video. Let's go. Yo, the evil star is back. My favorite. This is my favorite star. Evil fucked up star is back. This one's hard, though, because you really can't see anything. An area of contrast resembling a six-pointed star. Let's see. Indo-Pacific Command submitted a report to RO. I hate the evil star. I hate the evil star. Flork really hates the evil star. Flork really hates the evil star. The problem is this is contrast, right? So this is heat contrast or infrared contrast. So this thing has a light on it that's kind of like obscuring its true form because of the shape and stuff like that. So we can't even see anything. It's just an actual unidentified flying object, right? We can't see anything about it. Unfortunately. Could be a drone for all we know. So not much there. It's unresolved in the Yellow Sea, though. I do think it's funny that... I do think it's funny to say, I will say that it's like, hey, why do we have documents from East China Sea and the Yellow Sea that shows like really highly tracked UFOs? I think that's just interesting. Why did the US government have that? All right, let's see. Here's 5 minutes of footage from an infrared sensor in 2025 military platform. Now let's take a look. What do we got here? Oh, we got stuff. Oh, is this another balloon? Let's see. Yeah, let's not think too hard about it. Yeah, that's a balloon, clearly, right? It just depends. We can't ever say how fast it's moving, but... Hold on, let's see if we get a zoom on this one. This is 5 minutes of video after all. Yeah, see, that's just a balloon. Why do they put these in here? It's so weird because, like, we've seen a few that were really suspicious, and then we do see ones like this where it looks clearly like something that, like, we know what it is. And then it makes me wonder if they just didn't do due diligence on looking at it and just filed it away under, I don't know what that is. Or if they're like, no, it's moving too fast, it can't be a balloon. Right? Like, we don't know how fast it's moving. We don't have any indication of, like, maybe it's, like, moving at Mach speeds. Then that's a little weird. But that's clearly a balloon. Hey, what do we got? We got here. We got ground. That's cloud from the sky. Yeah, UAPs. UAVs, I mean. Huh. They put them in there to make the public roll their eyes and write it off as nonsense. Well, I mean, like, I don't know why it's in the RO... Why are they just releasing everything RO has ever gotten and didn't look into? That might be what's happening here. Is they're just like, yeah, okay, it got sent to RO, so we're putting it out, but it's literally just a balloon. Like we didn't look into it, you know. All right, here we go. Unresolved UAP report 1996. Ooh, a 96 video. Hee hee. What do we got here? All of that. 1996, huh? Oh, and we got like a fighter jet or something here. We got a fighter jet tracking. Yeah, because that's a heads-up display target indicator. We have an armed plane here trying to track this thing. Looks like it's... Oh, shit! Did you see that? Yo! Let's rock! We're in. Oop! Did you see that? Hold on, frame by frame. Look right in the center when it tilts, when it turns to make a maneuver. It zooms by. Woo! Wicked fast. Let's see if it gets it. That was fast. Yeah, here, they even slowed it down for you. Yeah. Well, especially because this is the 90s, it's probably a much older plane. Probably a plane from the 70s, right? Probably like a 14 or 16 or something like that. Or 80s even. All right, so it's right when he turns. Did I miss it? Hold on. It was when he turned. Didn't see it come into frame. Mixed up the area, no problem. Yeah, this is not 69. We didn't have this in 69. Trying to isolate it. Look at that. Okay, that's all we get though. Boom. Oh, there's two. Oh, there's two. That's not one. That's two. Okay. Interesting. That's weird. Like, cause what's that? What's that? It passed by. I mean, I guess like it could be a thing where, let's see if he tracks it. Because it could be a thing where it's like, oh, well, I mean, it's a weird shape. But it's also like you're in a plane yourself. So you could be just moving by something slow very fast. And losing the tracking on it. But like, huh. What is that? Yeah, interesting. That is something. That is something. All right, let's see here. What's next? 1996. Here's 2019. We got a lot of videos in this one. 8 seconds. We got... Wait, was that a whole ass cloud moving? Wait a second. What did I click? What did I click? Ah, here we go. Was that an entire cloud? No, surely not. Oh! Oh, it's flash stepping! Wait, hold on. It's flash stepping. Did that thing just flicker in and out of existence? Lock in, chat. What is that? What? What is that? Guys. What do you mean? It is teleporting? Oh boy. Hey, what's up, Muscle Mommy? That thing is actively flash stepping in and out of existence. What kind of IR camo sorcery is this? I can do that? All right, yeah, good to know. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that before, ever. Horrors beyond our comprehension. It disappears. That's so weird. Can I get like a frame where it's just, yeah. We got Goku over here hitting the instant transmission. It is not in the frame right now, by the way. It has disappeared from the frame entirely. And now it's back. And now it's gone. And now it's back. And now it's gone. And now it's there. And now it's gone. What are we looking at? I gotta send that one to Flork. That thing is flash stepping. Hold on. I'm sending this to Flork. I'm sending this to Flork. Is it perhaps dipping in and out of the water? That's actually a good point. It doesn't look like it. No. And even if it was, right? If it was dipping in and out of the water with no change to velocity, that'd be a little strange. And by a little strange, I mean mechanically impossible. By that, I mean mechanically impossible. Yeah, with no water disturbance? Oh, okay, hold on. I want to send this to Flork really quick. Just get his opinion on it. Hold on, hold on. Grabbing this, sending it to Flork. Did I loop this music? No, I'll just loop this one. This is fine. I need to DM this to Flork right now. Hold on. Find or start conversation. Flork. Why is it flash stepping? Okay, sent to Flork. We got it. Flork got it. Yeah, the menacing music kicks in. Seriously. I think we just keep up the menacing music. I kind of like it. All right, wait. Did Flork respond already? Wait, hold on. Oh, yeah. It's just Flork saying, what is this? Yeah, shit is flash stepping actively. That's insane. I don't know what to say. Well, that one's weird. Don't like that. Yeah, Flork just said, don't like that. You're summoned back by Catboy Maid Sclim. Whoa, hold on. I think you've gotten some misinformation, Varnock. What are you talking about? That sounds like a crazy, crazy game of telephone to get you. What happened? Who told you that? That's just not true. No, we're looking at aliens. We're looking at aliens. We're looking at flash stepping. Hey, Varn, do you like flash stepping by any chance? Completely unrelated question. Do you like flash stepping? Because this UFO is doing it. Look at this. Look at this. Hey, see this UFO here? Check this out, Varn. Yeah, it's just flash stepping across there. Yep. All right. I'm actually baffled by that one. That's a UFO. That is disappearing and reappearing. Ooh, okay. That's a banger right there. Goodness gracious. Goodness golly. Okay, by the way, yes, just earlier, I got the information. The plugin that I was using earlier to draw on stream, that is from MadeSuit. That was the credit MadeSuit. Okay, next up. I want more of that. More of that, please. That was 96.2, right? Or is that 96.1? No, that was 2019. That was the Gulf of America. Wow, they even titled it Gulf of America. That's silly. Let's see. If Twitch chat could figure that out what actual scientists can't, I would be surprised. Yeah, yeah. All right, let's see here. So back to the 90s. Ooh, oh. Oh, this is space. Oh, we're in space. We're in space on this one. Low Earth. Yeah, incident location, low Earth orbit. This is in Colombia. Oh, shit, this is on Colombia. A series of 3 images of an unidentified object in low Earth orbit. In the first photograph, the object is visibly near the center of the frame. Yeah, that's it right there. That is something. This KSP by IRL. Yeah, all right. Well, there's the first one. Next one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's Colombia. Hold on. It appears to have rotated or tumbled about its major axis, which is consistent with the behavior of a free-floating object. So it's just something floating in space. They don't know what it is what it seems like. It wasn't like shipping, like ship movement there. Yeah, it appears to have continued along... Wait, hold on. It appears to have continued along a trajectory passing between Colombia and the Earth. That's it right there. I wonder if, like, they mean it tumbled in that trajectory or it turned and then moved in that trajectory. All right, well, we got something in space that Colombia saw. Memorandum on Unconventional Aircraft Sightings, 1955. Let's see here. This is senators talking about it. And Soviet Union as well. All right, yeah, that's just a document. This one, I believe, is also just a document. 2 lights, yeah, just documents from the 50s. Got more Blue Book stuff coming up. Very cool. Pantex Unidentified Object Incident. Department of Energy. Ooh. I've said it before, but in a lot of like UFO lore and stuff, the Department of Energy is actually one of the departments that has like the most to do with this because they have like a blanket license to do anything related to energy, which involves, right, you know, engines that are unconventional. So, because that's energetic. So Department of Energy putting this out is actually interesting because it confirms some of that Department of Energy does have something to do with all of this and reporting about all of this. This is really interesting and recent. Okay, hold on. The circumstances surrounding a September 1st, 2015 incident involving an unidentified object intruding the airspace above the Pantex plant near Amarillo, Texas. It's a sensitive national security site that contains the primary facility for the assembly, disassembly, maintenance, and life extension of nuclear weapons. We're looking at this one. Yeah, we're looking at this one. This is recent, and it's nuclear weapon related, and it is Department of Energy putting it out from Pantex at the Pantex plant. Okay, let's see. God, there's so many bangers in this one. They're like, yeah, they're doing something. They're trying to... I'm having strong opinions on number 4 so far, you guys. I'm having strong opinions on number 4. Is this leading up to something? Because, like, you know, they started... This stuff's more heavy than the first stuff. Right? And this is the 4th one where all of the media storm has fallen off. I really am starting to wonder if this is kind of just like a getting people used to the idea sort of thing. I'm really starting to wonder if this is like you know, just yeah, put it out there and like make it normal, right? Like you release it every couple of weeks, you give them a little more, and just starts to make people used to this idea that's like, yeah, they're releasing the UFO files, and then they eventually hit you with they're real. That might be what's going on here. I've always believed. Ramp it up. Yeah, I've always believed that this would be figured out in my lifetime. Even when I was like 14 watching like the Sci-Fi Channel and watching UFO documentaries on Sci-Fi, I was like, I believe that this is going to happen in my lifetime. And I still think that. All right, let's see. Oh, cool. There's a ground surveillance radar involved with this one. On September 1st, 2015, the Pantex ground surveillance radar detected an unknown object flying in a non-threatening manner west of the facility. The protective force responded in accordance. Okay, so they have a private military, Pantex. That's pretty cool. Does that technique actually work for other people when it comes to the supernatural? Probably. Let's see. The object was initially identified north of Highway 60, and it was only moving 10 miles per hour. Okay. Let's see. Could it have just been a drone, though? Why do they think it's not a drone? I have a strong belief the scientific community would stumble over actual real extraterrestrial UFOs before any military wants it. I think the military found it first, for sure. I think it's already been found. And they found it. Hey, Cammy. What's up, Cammy? Yeah, straight up video of little gray men hitting the whoa in the next one. Yeah, we're looking at UFO files. Cammy, these ones are really good, Cammy. Also, thank you for the resub, Cammy. 1 year. Thank you for the resub, Cammy. Cammy, these ones are really good. Hold on, I'm gonna show you the crazy one. I'm gonna go back to it. Hold on. This is Pantex. Cammy, look at this. Do you want to see a UFO flash stepping across the camera? Where was that? That was the 2019, right? Yo, Cammy, check this out. Do you like flash stepping from Bleach, from hit anime and manga Bleach? Check this out. Bye. It's just go. I can't believe it. I still can't believe it. That thing is disappearing from view, from the frame, and reappearing. Again, look, not there. Here's a frame where it's not there. Here's a frame where it is there. Here's a frame where it's not there. It's gone, and it's back again. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Twitch, clip that. I'm hitting the auto clips. Isn't that nuts? Like, wow. Okay. All right, back to the Pantex story. I don't know what's going on here, but it's so exciting. Yeah, it does work, Cammy. It does work. I've been using it the past 2 days. It's actually crazy. It does work. I would still rather do it myself, so it's not like in the, yeah, it just worked. I would still do it myself, so it's not like, you know, like me constantly being like, you know, but I can't even say the words or it'll do it. But yeah, you can use it. You can in fact use it. I think it's funny as a bit. Welcome, Immune. All right, let's see. Where were we? We were on the 2015 incident. Was that was page 2, right? Or did we miss it? Oh, I think we went too far. Probably just a malfunction with the craft's electronic warfare. So yeah, but why did everything else still exist? Nothing else changed. I could, yeah, in the woods, I can say the phrase when I'm getting disboweled by a bear. When the bear is ripping me limb from limb, I can scream it out and it'll make a clip. True. It's true. Oh, it's right at the top. That's why. Okay, so yeah, let's see here. What happened to this object over the facility? Because it's only moving 10 or 15 miles per hour, right? So that's like, yeah, did you see it? So that could be a drone. All right, they're looking for it. 4Foul, thanks for the follow. Security police officers and a bear cat with a common remotely operated weapon system. What is that? What is a crow's unit? Object was a diamond shape with it being more round at the top. All right, let's see. Oh, it got 75 meters from the object? And it was 100 feet from the ground. How big was it? 4 feet tall, 2 feet wide at the bottom, thinner at the top. Video was obtained from the tower. Okay. How do we know it's not a drone? Okay, that's it right there. Are you a drone for real? Oh, that's why it looks stupid. Okay. That's weird. That's weird, but it also, like, it didn't show any inconsistent... Hold on. Did it disappear at any point? Like, what happened in the end? Chalice on the bottom? Yeah, it's the floating chalice. They got the grail in the sky. That's crazy. It's a portend of the end times. All right, let's see. Yeah. Nothing... Hold on. The object seemed to increase in speed and change direction as it was being followed. I feel like it didn't... They're not describing it do anything that a drone couldn't do. So I'm going to be like, on that one. Because it seems to just be doing drone things. But I wonder what the sky juice tastes like. Here's 2020. Range folder debrief. What is this? Record the circumstances surrounding an unauthorized intrusion into controlled airspace during active military operations. Okay. Small metallic object. Again, this is 2020. Could be a drone. Tough to say. Tough to say without video or like the document saying, yeah, it teleported out of existence. That's crazy. Right? Eastern US 2019. Yeah, small, traveling a straight line. Yeah, just little objects doing weird stuff. Right? Atlantic Ocean. Ooh, here we go. Here's something interesting. Okay. Here's an interesting one. Another Fuller report. Still terrifying. A non-US drone made it near the critical nuclear infrastructure. That seems to be happening a lot. Let's see. A darker maroonish color, approximately 12 to 15 feet in height, traveling with the wind. Like a balloon? It did not maneuver or change direction. It's a large, somewhat deformed balloon. That sounds like it's a large, deformed balloon. They're like, it's 12 to 15 feet in height. It's traveling with the wind. It didn't make any maneuvers. That sounds like a balloon. You did, in fact, describe a balloon. Maybe it was a weird-looking balloon, but it does seem to be a balloon. Department of the Air Force Committee to review Project Blue Book. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. USAF contract a scientific team composed of university-affiliated representatives to investigate UFO sightings. Yes, they were Blue Booking it up. Yeah, there's a lot of Blue Book that have been in these, Malinor. A lot of Blue Book has been in these. Analysis of flying incidents, joint U.S.-Canadian aviation projects, and UFO sighting reports. The Avro Project Y2. I've heard of that. Wait, what's the Avro Y2? I've heard of that before. It's a VTOL. It's a near-circular VTOL attempt that they tried to make. That was cool. That's pretty cool. Unresolved UAP report, Middle East 2023. Let's go. Video. Show me that UAP. That's... Oh, bye-bye. Oh, boy. We got some fast movers while they're tracking something else. Oh, this is actually a really good video because they're actively tracking something different when that happened. Looks like they're tracking a plane and then UFOs shoot through the screen. They're like, what's going on with that plane? Right? Oh, holy shit, what were those? All right, let's see. What were they tracking? I guess they don't say what they were tracking, but... And this is 2023, mind you. Ooh. Wow. Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, it's moving faster than those things, or at the very least, they're closer. That's weird. Someone's got some weird stuff in the sky, at the very least, right? That's all we can say. What's this one? 10 seconds? Oh, banger. We got a on-ground shot. Looks like the moon. I might have missed it. Did I? Oh, what was that? Wait, I might have missed it, he says, before the most obvious ever UFO seemingly shoots something out. Yeah, huh? What was that, you guys? Wait. Look at that shit. Hold on. What was that? It like shot something. It's like we're looking at a facility here and then we get disrupted. Sharp turn. Hello? Okay, man. We got the bat wing carrier over here. That's pretty obvious. And look, it shoots something out. A rocket, maybe? It shoots something. Or something tried to hit it. Batman's real? I don't like that at all, yeah. I don't like how all of these are them focusing on something else. They're like, oh yeah, look at this facility on the ground here we're trying to get a target on. And then they get UFO jump scared. No, it didn't turn. No, it continued. It continued, I think. I think it continued and something shot out from it. Because look, if we go frame by frame, it's going, it's going. It's still there, right? When this thing still appears, you can still see it up at the top there. Yeah, don't mind if I do. Oh, that's weird. Woo. That's a... Hey, number 4 is some crazy stuff. Number 4 is kind of wacky doodle. What can we even say about that? Wow. Okay. More. Number 4 is a banger, you guys. 5-minute video. Let's see what we got here. Another clip to Flork. Yeah, I might send that one to Flork too. What kind of sensor are we looking with? I'm not sure. That one seemed more detailed. Uh-oh, we got another maybe balloon. Let's find out. That's just an angsty teenage ET photobombing? Maybe. You never know. Okay, we're tracking this maybe balloon. Oh, no. That's weird. Okay, what is that? Looks like a dude. Is this another flying man situation? Yeah, it seems to just be going in a straight line. Doesn't look like a balloon, though. This has been like a type of object that we've seen on the previous ones, too. You know what I mean? Like, there's something that looks like this on some of the previous ones, too. Bro's sitting in the cockpit, yeah. Looks like a weird-ass plane flying the wrong way. I think this is what they were describing in the, in the ancient Hindu texts. The, what's it called? The flying machine in those that they referenced? Varmanas or Vishmanas or something? Jellyfish? Well, oh, that's full color. Hey, can I see that again? Look at that. It looks like a bug. Wait. It looks like a cockroach, but like from the side, moving really fast. Like that one gif of Godzilla where he's sliding across the screen. It's like a little bug. It's the dancing cockroach sliding across the screen. Hey, SB, thank you so much. I'm glad you're here. Vimanas. Yeah, thank you, Math. Yeah, they're called like the Vimanas or something. And they're like flying machines in like ancient religious texts. Maybe that's one of those. What the hell? Oh, weird. Yeah, okay, that's a little weird. That's a little weird. At first I was like, oh, it's a balloon, but I don't think that's a balloon. I think that's something else. I just don't know what the hell that is. Why is it shaped like that? It's so bizarre. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's some real bangers in this one. All right, here's the South China Sea 2024. I think that was the one we just did. Yeah. Here we have a 1 minute 45. Ooh. I see something in the clouds. So does the radar. We got a flying wing. Oh, that's hard to see. Can you guys see it right in the middle of this screen? Oh, they're going to track in on it. Whoa! Look at that thing. Wait.
I'm having this
as a yummy snack.
Because I enjoy it.
Hey, what's up, Sony fan? It like omitted something. Look, it looks like it omitted that cloud there. Maybe that's just unfortunate reflections. Ah, that looks like something physical. A big... Is this like the Ace Combat air carrier? Like, what do we look... Okay. Hey, what the fuck is that? Hey, Johan. No, we're looking at the UFO files. Hey, what the hell is that, man? Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, hey guys, I think the UFOs are real. I mean, I guess it could be like a drone swarm or something, you know? All right, let me send that to Flork too. Hold on, Flork, you gotta lock in. Crazy, what the fuck is that? I sent it to Flork. Let's see what Flork says about that one. My pasta's still loading, by the way. Still 100,000 people ahead of me in the pasta pass. I'm never getting this thing. Yeah, Swarm are really good stealth tech. I mean, this is the South China Sea, to be fair. This is the South China Sea. This could be a formation of drones moving very tightly together. Chinese drones, I guess. Whatever it is, we haven't seen it before. It's moving so fast, though. I don't know what top speed of drones are, but that is cruising. Wow. They have super dense matter. It's like 500k calories per 1 ounce. Nice. Nice. Thanks for the streak, by the way, Sony. That's absurd. We do need the gun that kills the soul. Yeah, we very much need the gun that kills the soul. This is too far. Yeah, hey, guys, I want to say that, I think that they definitely... I can't believe not more people are still looking at these UFO files. This might be on purpose. They waited until 4 to drop this shit. Like, the last 3 videos we've seen have been nuts. The last 3 videos we've seen have been some of the most compelling shit I've ever seen. So, yeah, that's weird. You have the gun that kills the soul? Good, we need it. Oh, that's weird. Wow. Do we have more like that? Why are no people aren't talking about this? What the hell? Do they know something I don't? There's some real good stuff in here. All right, here's another weird floating guy. Actually, it looks like a duck. And it is also doing some shit. Oh, that might be going in and out of the water, actually. Hold on. There's some weird lens distortion there. Yeah, there's like a weird framing lens distortion. That's computer mouse lagging. Yeah, it kind of looks like it. Olive Garden deal was a government psyop to distract us from the truth? Yeah, maybe. What was that? What was it doing? Okay, there's like a zoomed area, maybe. Wow. Yeah, because that's clearly like a camera artifact there or something, but like, I guess it's just tracking something weird. The duck is another shape. Oh my god, the ducks. How could we couldn't have seen it coming. It's the ducks all along. Got more? Oh, it's the duck again. This must be a continuation of the last one. Is this a dual sensor camera? I think it was. Yeah, because there was like an area in the middle that was different. This is another duck. Flash. Like the weird shape. That looks like a dude sitting. They got it. Locked on. All right, what's it doing? Can we zoom on that? I got to track. Can we see something? Get in there. Oh, it turned around. Oh, wait. How'd that turnaround go, by the way? Oh, it stopped in place. Enhance. All right, so it's moving. It's moving. You can see based on the clouds in the back, kind of. It stops. And it's kind of going to turn around here, it looks like. Yep. And it rotates. Oh. It transformed. It transformed. It transformed. That shit just transformed. Okay. Look at that. Look at that. There's something like comes out of it like a triangle and transforms it. Boom. It opened into a star. I don't like this anymore. Why is it doing that? Why do you have the fucked up starship? Could be a weird engine plume. I guess, yeah, like a curved turn. It could be an engine plume. That's fair, Shot, and that's fair. We did see that in like number 2, I think. Yeah. And it moves. And it transforms. What do they say about that? Hold on. What do they say about it transforming? They don't say anything. Ducks are hammer-shaped camera drones. Why are they hammer-shaped? Feels very unaerodynamic. A weird shape to pick. 5-second video. All right, what do we got here? It's just a... Oh. That might be the camera, though. Hold on. Yeah, that's just the camera swapping. They tried to swap the camera and it just teleports around. Woo! As they do. Yeah, just a dot. Oh, I guess, yeah, aerodynamic. Yeah, the cameras for recon probably aren't a good size. That's fair. That was from 2020. That was pretty low quality for 2020. Like a hammerhead shark. Oh. All right, what do we got here? It looks like we got another plane tracking. Oh, we got audio on this one. From the 90s, maybe? Yeah, we have audio. It's just fuzz, but... Oh, shit. Yep. Oh, yeah, there you go. There you go. Woo! Wow. Yeah, it's like, X-Files type stuff right there, right? The truth is out there type action, type beat. Laughs in ET at the notion of aerodynamics being an engineering issue. Yeah. Love the halo it has around the object. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. No, that's a straight up UFO. Frequency is not pleasant. Yeah. Let me stop that frequency. My bad. My bad. That was released. That wasn't 2020. That was super low quality video. Was it? Really? Really? Okay. That was that one. That was the 23-second one. Next one was this one. Real fuzzy. Maybe they're like super zoomed in. That's possible. What do we got here? Oh, yep. We got a dot. We got a dot. We got black bars. Oh, those are sensor bars. Oh, lewd. Why are you doing that, aircraft? They have the webcam in this one. Yeah, they have the they have the 2005 what's it called? Star Wars like light activated drone you put on top of your TV, and you have the little lightsaber, and you could play like the really bad games that were built into it. They had that. That's what they're using. They had the eye-toy. All right, yep, just tracking a good old UFO. I'm almost getting desensitized to this, and I think that's the point. PR 108. That's a little higher quality. Sky's weird, huh? What do we got here? Another one. Woo! Oh, shit! That one's coming right at you. Wow, you can even see it. I hate... Okay. This actually is really weird, like weird and scary. Because there it goes, right? You know what really bothers me about some of these UFOs from like it spiritually bothers me? Why do they look like early 3D rendered spheres? Like, why do they... Like, look at this thing. It doesn't look like real. It looks like it has, like, the lighting, like, different lighting. like, the lighting on it looks like from a video game. And I don't mean that in, like, in its fake way. I mean that in, like, it is a bizarre object that doesn't follow our rules of conventional light. And it's, like, weird. That's always bothered me. It's like, why are they all looking so perfect? Like, that just looks like you'd see it in Mario 64 type orb. We can't handle their graphics, maybe. Maybe that's what's up. All right, that's PR 109. Yeah, it's like lit in the belly and dark on top. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know, it's weird. It looks like early 3D renders. And there's a bunch that look like that. Like if you saw the artist interpretation that was in the first one that everyone was posting around, that also looked like that. There's like no surfaces on it and stuff. It's weird. Yeah, we get another dot. Yeah, we got another black dot. Oh, that's a duck. That's a duck. That's a duck. They got the duck. I like how it's like increasing in duck-like qualities as they get closer to it. Oh, they got the duck. All right, that's 110. 111. Got over here. Generally off by one on the keyboard. Yeah. I gotta go UFO hunting. Oh, that thing moved fast. Oh! Oh no, that's because he's changing camera. Okay, that's changing camera. Yep, he's trying to enhance and catch it. Tracking these things is clearly very difficult. Oh, we got it. We got audio. I don't know what it said, but didn't realize there was audio on that one. You should get every pilot videography. Yeah, maybe. Maybe now, clearly. 21 seconds. A lot of videos in this one. Yeah, we got another duck. Yeah, we got a real good duck here. Solid duck action, moving duckwards. There was another thing in the frame there a second ago. It was just hanging out while that... Yeah, what's that? Hey, what was also hanging out in that frame, by the way? Wait, hold on. What's that? What's that? Just hanging out while we're looking at this clear, like, orb thing. There's like a light on the inside and like a ball outside of it. Weird. Oh, did they get anything? No, they lost it. A Pikmin spirit? Yeah. Pikmin! Alright, this is 112. Nothing there. 114. We don't have 113. They redacted that one. That one was too hot for us. Ooh. I love when we're not on IR camera. I mean, we might be on IR camera, but... This looks like the one that came right at the plane. Oh, oh no, that's... I always get jump scared by that, because I think that's them... Wait, maybe that wasn't... Maybe that was that doing that. Did they swap cameras? Or did that thing just teleport behind them? Wait, that might have just teleported behind them. Teleports behind you? I don't think he swapped cameras, did he? Because I think that thing that comes on over here is like a movement tracker. It looks like the camera frame stays consistent. I can't tell. I really can't tell. I don't know if he swapped cameras or not. I'm going to assume he swapped cameras because that's too much. Otherwise, that's way too much. Must have been a zoom or something. Yeah, description should tell us. Good point. Yeah, description will tell us here. Sensor stops tracking the object, causing it to exit right. Oh, it stopped tracking. That's why. Okay. Got it. 114, 116. Atlantic Ocean, 33. Yeah, we got another duck. Nothing personality. Yeah, teleports behind you, whispers in your ear. Gives you a kiss on the back of the neck. Stabs you. Yo, it looks like a dude just doing a little tap dance. It has eyes. That thing has eyes. It's changing. It's changing. It's changing. It's changing. It's changing. Or they're enhancing. What the hell is that? Oh, it's coming! What is that? That's the ball toy. Yeah, it's zooming in, it's zooming in, it's zooming in. Wow. Okay, what? All right, chat. Well, we gotta, that's the clearest UFO I've ever seen in terms of like looking at it. Hey, what is that, guys? You can't tell me that's aerodynamic. A grouping of balloons? I mean, I guess the top, but I wouldn't explain the bottom. That looks like a pig head. It looks like it has 3,000 cameras facing in every direction. Like, maybe all of these are cameras, and it's some sort of advanced drone or something, but like, whole... It just feels so unaerodynamic to make. Like, wow. Wow. That's weird. That could be one of ours, but it's still really creepy looking. Yeah, conservatively phrased, I'd say this is odd. I'd say it's a little odd. Maybe they're cannons. Yeah, maybe it's like a gunboat. I liked how they don't analyze that. Oh, is this the somewhat deformed balloon they were talking about? Oh, this is the one I made fun of, the maroon one that was 12 to 15 feet in height, being carried with the wind. I mean, that doesn't look like a deformed balloon to me, but I don't know. Huh. Let's see. This is just 11-year-old kid talking about a UFO. That's fine. Oh, there's not another page on that. That's too bad. There was a page. Oh, no, there is. There's a few. Ooh, we got Apollo debriefings. Nice. More Apollo debriefings. Let's see if they're all just about the light flash phenomena. Yeah, they're all just about the light flash, aren't they? Light flash phenomena. Light flash phenomena. And light flash phenomena. Yeah, they're all about the light flash. All right, yeah, that's chill. That's chill. They're all light flashy. I wish they gave us any kind of information scale. I wish they told us speed and stuff like that. That'd be good. Let's see. Have you seen any of the Professor Simon YouTube videos that suggest that Tic Tacs might be aerogel drones built by Lockheed? I've never even heard of aerogel. No, I haven't seen any of that. I haven't seen any of that at all. Okay, Flork just responded, what the fuck is that, to the last one we sent. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. Holy shit. No idea. No, I haven't seen that, though. Wow. Okay, well, geez. Number 4 was pretty good, huh? I would say, yeah, release number 4 is kind of a banger. That's a banger. I didn't send Pig Balloon yet. No, I'll send Pig Balloon later. Well, let me get rid of that window. I want to go back to... And we can shut off the spooky music too. Aerogel drone sound like a good idea till you introduce the humble bird strike. What is an aerogel drone? And what does it have to do with humble bird strikes? The humble bird strike. All right, let me minimize it. I think this was, yeah, proper sizing. Proper sizing. Any more questions here, just to make sure? They include a lot of engineering details about how the craft might work. Ooh, neato. All right, cool. No more fitness questions and stuff like that. Rad. That's UFO files. Yeah, number 4 is a banger. I think they might be leading up to something. I think they might be, those. It's gotten crazier. They've definitely gotten more hardcore. I think they're getting a little spicy, is what I would describe. It's super cool material, but a bit weak to kinetic damage. I'm also pretty weak to kinetic damage, to be fair. Well, that was harrowing. Sure was. It sure was. Ugh. All right, let's end here, guys. Let's end here. Earlier stream on Thursdays as usual. But I want to do something. I'm feeling a little tired. I'm feeling like I want to... Hey, Beef, what's going on? I'm feeling like I want to play... What do I want to do? Do I want to play something or do I work? I want to do something. But we'll be back tomorrow and we'll do a long stream tomorrow. So tomorrow's probably going to be an 8-hour. Just a reminder. And I would come by the beginning if you can. Thanks for the stream. And hey, you're looking good with that check mark there, Beefquake. Looking good with that check mark. Newly minted. All right, stick around for the raid. Let's see where we're heading. I believe on the YouTube side, you guys are being sent over to Gale from FSP on the YouTube side, and then we'll see where we're going on the Twitch side. Probably into ad-free. Ad-free it just says mole on ad-free side. It just says mole. All right, let's go over to mole. Oh, I could jump on Power World, maybe. We'll see. I might do something instead. We go see ad-free. Okay, we go see ad-free. All right, everybody. See you tomorrow. Thanks so much for today. That was fitness and just chatting. Hopefully I could help you out and stuff like that. And I will catch you around. Have a good rest of the day. I got D&D later. Bye-bye.